This is Noise. Listener, can you hear me? Kept you waiting, huh? Looks like there's more content at pixelbenders.com. You'll have to click the link in the description below to access the site. You can send your questions to info@pixel-benders.com. If you would like to leave us a message, our frequency is 209-791-0995. Got it? Okay, you're ready to go. How do I start these?
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Codec something.
Welcome back to Codec Calls, Metal Gear Saga podcast.
There you go. That's the one. You should write it down, bro. or just leave it as is and just fucking always introduce it differently.
You could always pre-record that part too.
Nope, you just did it right now.
Okay, cool.
I tricked you, Kriss. You just said it. I'll do it for real this time. Welcome back to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast where we play the Metal Gear games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. First try.
Got him.
And and as always, I have my two compatriots. I thought of a new one. That person who just hummed is German, aka Contra, aka Riser.
Hey guys.
And the other guy who was just giggling in the corner is damn it, Kriss, aka Kriss.
Hello.
Yes, I don't know about you guys, but I've had yet another eventful week. I got the episode out in time since I'm switching again to Wednesdays, the original release date. Since I'm not doing extra stuff with YouTube now, I can actually concentrate on just the podcast.
Yeah.
And just do Wednesdays as opposed to Mondays, which was starting to kill me mentally. But yeah, so I was sick the last 2 days. So we're actually recording this 2 days late, but it's still going to come out normally, like on Wednesdays. I actually did show up to work Wednesday, and then halfway through the day, I was like, nope, my stomach's turning on me. So I didn't make it to our company barbecue, which kind of made me sad, but also at the same time, I was like, that's just more food that's going to ruin my stomach. So I was kind of like, it's fine. So I had to just, bow out and went home sick and didn't really get too much better yesterday, but I just kind of slept it off. I watched the entire Planet of the Apes trilogy of the new ones.
I've not seen a single one. I've heard they're okay.
Have you ever seen the originals?
Yes, the original's not in a long time, but yes.
Like all 5 of them?
No, not all 5, but I mean, I saw 1 and 2 for sure.
Okay.
And then I might have just skipped the other ones, and then I saw the one with Mark Wahlberg. Barely.
Oh, yeah, that one's rough.
Now, I thought these new ones were like a continuation on that. My buddy just told me, like, literally like about a week or 2 ago, he said, no, they're separate and they're good. I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe I'll check them out.
Yeah, Originally, I had a problem with the new Planet of the Apes movies just because I was like, they're not doing what they did. Because the original, I don't even know what to call it, the quintilogy, I know that's not the correct word, but of movies is actually a time loop. So no matter where you start watching it, you end up back where you were before, right? So if you started with 3, go to 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, everything still makes sense. It's kind of like if you guys ever watched Mighty Max back in the day.
Yeah.
There was a cartoon that's actually also a time loop. You don't know Mighty Max?
I mean, I'm looking it up real quick. But
do you remember Polly Pocket?
Yeah.
So Mighty Max was the Polly Pocket for boys.
Okay. Was it a cartoon as well?
They made a cartoon. I don't know which came first. I think the toy came first.
I think so, yeah, because it was available at Burger King, wasn't it?
Okay, I remember the Mighty Max toys. I'm looking it up. I barely remember the character as the cartoon, but I don't think I ever saw it.
But yeah, spoilers, but the entire show is a time loop. So same thing. You could watch it, you start from the middle and end up time looped all the way back around. So that's kind of how the first Planet of the Apes movies were. And that kind of like, it fucked with me because I was like, oh, don't fuck with that. Even though those movies, they're not great. They're people in monkey suits and they're really bad. But like
they're classic,
Yeah, the concept.
The concept is there for the time that it was released. They do fine.
Yeah. And they're based on a book, which I read a long ass time ago and I don't really remember it. But I think only the first movie is based on the book. Maybe the first 2 movies. I'm not too sure.
What's the second one called? Like Son of the Ape? Is it
Return? Oh, like the original ones?
Yeah.
So it's Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest for the Planet of the Apes and Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so I probably only saw the first three. The titles definitely sound familiar.
So do you remember the third one? Cornelius and, oh man, what is the mom's name?
Dude, I wouldn't have no.
But they escape on the human ship, and they go through that same time rift, and then they end up in our time, which is the 70s back then, and that's when they give birth to Caesar. And Caesar obviously is a more advanced ape, and he's the one that kind of like he ends up being raised in like a circus. But then in Conquest, that's when he kind of like comes into his own and like he speaks for the first time and says no, and then like kind of influences the rest of the apes, and then that's when all that shit happens.
Okay.
But yeah, these new ones, it's all about genes. And for me, I was like, God damn it, everything's about genes right now, and that really bothered me. But
genes, huh? What are we playing that has to do a lot with genes?
God, Metal Gear is all about genes. Especially the first one. I mean, the first one they talk about how like genes are passed through memories and stuff like that. Is I think what Naomi's like saying, or that's what she alludes to. There's no like definitive conversation about it, but they're just like, Snake is the one that asks. Our memories pass through genes, and we kind of have proven that not recently, but like since that time, that it's kind of like, even if you, let's say, if you never knew your father and you grew up to be a man, if those people that grew up around your father see you grow up, they kind of like you will develop those traits still, right? It's like, even if you never saw your father and never picked up on the mannerisms, you will still develop those mannerisms just because genetically those memories are passed through. Not like actual memories like, oh, I have my dad's memories, not like that, but just like muscle memories and stuff like that will get passed on, which is hella strange because for a while, I'm gonna get a little personal, I was kind of estranged from my parents on purpose. I just wanted to get out of the house. They weren't bad parents or anything like that. I was just like, I just want to get out of the house, and I kind of disappeared on them for a while. I always still had contact with them, but I didn't like hanging around them. I don't know what the deal was with me. And I still developed things that my dad would do that I had never seen him do. That, like my mom was like telling me like, you're crazy, like very alike like your dad, with things that I know you've never seen him do. And I was like, well, that's crazy. Like, how is that even possible? So yeah, I don't know if you guys have that kind of similar thing where people are like, oh, you're just like your dad, or like, I mean, you're obviously going to develop things from your mother as well. But yeah, it's crazy that genes can be passed on through genetic memory, I guess, not necessarily like memories or stories like that. But yeah, while watching these Apes movies, I really liked them. I'd never seen the third one. I was kind of already like, I was already like way a hater by the time the third one came out. I was like, fuck, what the fuck with these movies, like stop. There's a fourth one coming. So I started watching them, and man, that first one, because you've all seen the first one, right?
Yeah. No, I haven't even seen the first one.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, the first one, for me, especially as a father, very relatable.
Okay.
And I know Kriss knows like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because of the baby gorilla, basically. There's no spoilers, but they show that in the trailer that James Franco raises a baby, not gorilla, sorry, baby chimpanzee.
Okay, I was gonna say gorilla. Okay.
Yeah, and becomes attached to it pretty much. And yeah, dude, like all three of these movies, at one point or another, I choked up and was like teary-eyed. Even after the first one, because after the first one, obviously he's an adult, but as an adult, he goes through other things, and I'm like, dude, these movies, like, why are they touching me so close? So I just want to give a shout out to the Apes movies. If you were also a fan of the original ones and were just like, fuck these ones, give them a shot. They're really, really well written. I'm really surprised. The first one's not so much well written, but the second and third one,
they're better. Okay,
really good. Especially the third one.
Yeah, my buddy told me, he's like, they're worth it. So I definitely put those on my list. I'll probably definitely watch the originals again just as well.
Yeah, maybe. They're the new ones are on Hulu right now.
Oh, cool.
And so I didn't even really have to look for them. Like, I watched the first one, and then it was like, next movie coming up is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I was like, oh, sick. I'll just sit here in bed all sick and just watch these instead of playing the game I was supposed to be playing.
It's all good. I mean, in fairness, you and I both played the butt Jesus out of this game back in the day. I don't, like I said, I have not touched this one in about 20 years, with the exception of once on my PS Vita, that HD version. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Just because I love 3, so.
And I started playing on the Vita too, just so I could be like, I don't want to be sitting at my computer feeling like shit. You know, so I played like a little bit and then just kind of like, no, I need to like, dude, it was just like me going to the bathroom like every 2 hours, but like I didn't go. You know, like my stomach was telling me, you got to go.
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't go. And I was like, sick, this is awesome. Like, there's a poison inside me and I can't get rid of it. So that was kind of my week. German, you, what were you playing last? You got stood up by your boyfriend playing
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 last week. What happened this week?
No, I've just been playing. Like I said, I'm still playing my Zelda and Metal Gear. What?
Oh, you're playing Zelda?
Oh, well, yeah. Like I'm just trying to 100% it just for the sake until I get bored of it again. Cause
which one? Ocarina?
The new one. No. When I play Ocarina, I'll be doing my randomizers again.
Oh, okay.
and or my
Oh, you're trying to 100% Tears of the Kingdom?
Yes, I know. Just for fun.
That's bonkers. I didn't even try to 100% the first one.
Actually, I do have something to say. So I made a new file. I was actually going to try it. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of used to the controllers again. I'm kind of good, if you will, got my muscle memory back for this game. And I was going to try to do a new file, try to do the best I can, And I'm on the fucking, and I want to see some stuff again, I was going to go to the vamp room. We're not going to dwindle on that one too much, but the vamp room without the gun, I freaking forgot. And I still went and got the gun. And I was like, stupid. I forgot to bring the gun here. Because I want to see, like you said, he comes in without a gun. He must come in without a gun,
Yeah.
And, anyways, I was doing solid. I was doing good, man. Not getting caught. I'm flying through. Oh, and I'm putting on hard. I couldn't do European Extreme. I guess you got to beat the game once first. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, because the tanker, I have it available because I beat the tanker, I guess. The tanker portion
right.
of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, so I just put it on hard. And I got to the bomb disposal section. And I was running low on fucking ammo. So I didn't want to kind of go through it. So there was one guard that I held him up. And, I choked him until he fell asleep. And I can never answer me this, Luis, if you know. Noise here. How many chokes does it take to knock him out? Or is it a time thing? 10. It's time?
10.
10. Okay, 10. Okay.
The 11th one will snap their neck.
Okay, because I've never really remember if I knew. I always would. I don't know. I just never really knew how many times to do it. The point being is there was 2 guards. One of them, I was counting, and you're right. I got right around to 10, and I would get 9. I would let go. 8, let go, etc. And then on 9, he fell asleep, and I'm like, is it a time or a number thing? And so, because how when you're holding them with square, they'll start squirming from you, and you just push it again, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, maybe it's like just hold them, you're cutting the oxygen off, and it's not how many times you do it, but how long you're holding them. So anyways, I just kept, just kind of pushing the button. I stopped counting. And I let him go, and he still got up, and I was like, you stupid asshole. And I choked him one more time, and I snapped his neck. And I was like, you fucking bitch. I was so fucking pissed, because I made it here without killing anybody. I hadn't got caught once. And
where was this room again?
And guess what it was? The vamp room. Yes. And I was like, you stupid motherfucker. I was so pissed. And I haven't saved. I haven't saved once. I was what do you call it? Not try hard, but I was trying to go for that big boss. I was again, I was low on ammo.
I don't think the saves affect your rank in this game.
I don't know, but the point is I haven't saved once.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, I'm not going to do all this again, so fuck it, I'm just going to keep going. And I've been playing more casual now. I still haven't killed anybody, but I've been getting caught left and right. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I already killed one dude, so I'm like, whatever. I continued already 2-3 times. There was a couple times where I died completely by accident because of I fell off the platforms because joysticks, joysticks, you gotta love them.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think we can pretty much Chris, anything you want to catch up with?
For this past week? No, it was pretty chill. Pretty normal.
How'd your D&D thing go that we missed?
I know we missed that, sorry bro.
Oh, it went really well. It was actually a lot longer than I thought it would be, because I thought it was going to be a short session. We just had the one battle left. And it drew out a little bit, and then we had like a role play situation after that. And we actually went like, I think about 4.5 hours.
Damn.
So, yeah, I figured it was going to be like a couple hours at tops, and yeah, it went for about 4.5 hours, so.
But that seems pretty normal, right, for a session?
Yeah.
I was going to say, that from what I've heard, that sounds about normal, so.
Yeah. That doesn't even sound long to me. That sounds like, okay, that sounds
yeah, that's a pretty standard session for D&D, yeah.
Okay, cool. And I don't really know I don't think it's specifically 10 chokes. I just know that once I hit 10, I don't do it anymore. Just because I know for sure on Metal Gear Solid 1, 11 will snap their neck.
See, and I remember also doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would let them go, and then I would do like 1, 2, 3. You know, I would just, again, I wish I had a more consistent knowledge of how to knock them out better, you know?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not doing speed strats. I'm sure there's like punch him 2 times and then, you know, body slam him and he'll be knocked out. I'm just kind of playing for fun, you know? I wasn't really trying anything serious until I snapped his neck. I was just pissed off. Like, dude, I was doing so good.
Yeah, when I was playing this last time, like, I wasn't counting, but I was like definitely going like, and then I'd stop and be like, hold on, wait. And then I'd wait. And if he squirms, then I'll do it like, okay, 1, 2. And then if he doesn't squirm, I'm like, okay, he's down. So as long as they don't squirm, you could put them down and then they're passed out. That one I know for sure because in Metal Gear Solid 1, they don't struggle. They just, do they struggle?
No, I think they do. I think they definitely start.
Oh yeah, they do.
Around.
Yeah, they do flail about. But do they get away? I think he just dropped them, right?
I have no idea. I mean, I haven't really.
Man, I don't even remember.
Tested it, but speaking of testing, I did.
I
go
know in
back
this
also.
one they'll break free.
I think they do. On this one, I also went back, and I'm sure I did it back in the day, but I completely, you know, I wanted to test it. Yeah, you put them in the locker, they'll never wake up. Like, they'll just stay in there forever. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I was like, and I'm sure I did that back in the day. I'm sure I stuffed them in there so I can freely explore, you know, certain areas and stuff, you know.
And start poking around and shit, yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's how I figured shit out, yeah. Just putting them in lockers or fucking killing them. Why not? Fuck it.
Well, yeah, killing out of the body, but... But it's also funny when they'll send like that. He'll be like, "What's your why aren't you where are you with your status report or whatever?" Yeah. He's like sending in the team, and they'll come in. They're like, "No sign of the AWOL soldier, nothing else," and they bounce like, "All right, cool. Don't send anyone to replace him or anything." Sure, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. They only replace them if they see the dead body.
Yes, only if they see the dead body. This was hella funny, dude.
It's like clearly this motherfucker's missing. Replace him.
Oh shit. And then a couple of things I want to touch on real quick. Give me a second here. So when you first meet Snake, I guess little Easter eggs here. I forgot to mention it, Kriss. If you put him to sleep and then you call him, or if he falls asleep on his own, he'll actually start mumbling and he'll be talking just just mumble a lot.
Okay.
And you know, you push the R2 and L2, you know, to hear Raiden's thoughts, and he'll be like, he'll say stupid things like, "What's wrong with this guy?" Whatever, you know, stuff like that. But in one of them, he's mumbling and he's like, "Liquid." You know, and,
yes, that's right.
And Raiden's like, "What?" You know, he gets all fucking spooked. But then the other thing that's super funny is if you point your gun at him, right, and he points back at you, and he's like, "I wouldn't do that if I were you," and you call him, he just mad dogs you the whole time, just ... And I think it's super funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you kind of fuck with Snake a little bit. I forgot to mention this. Peter Stillman. I always found it odd that he mentions that he came in on a chopper and there was a
skinny dude with him,
a skinny dude with glasses, and that little painting, if you will, that little drawing they give you.
Yeah.
Looks like Otacon, but not really. And I was always like, my first playthrough ever, I was kind of like, is that Otacon? Is it not? Is it his dad? You know, I was always confused that it didn't look like him. You know, it wasn't like clear as day that at least to me, that it was him.
Yeah.
And I was always thinking like, oh, it's gonna be someone else, or because even Snake says like, I think Raiden asked him like, "Do you know anything about this engineer?" And he's like, no, that must be Bravo's thing, you know. So obviously, I'm assuming they had a plan that they were going to come in separate, you know, or together, if you will.
Yeah.
That was about it. I think.
Was that obvious to you, Kriss?
No.
That it was Otacon?
No, I didn't actually catch that at all.
Oh yeah. Stillman tells you that straight up.
Yeah.
I guess one other thing, this kind of has to do just something I kind of just noticed recently through this next checkpoint here. So we've been kind of talking about Codec, and we've been talking about how like it's happening so fast or whatnot. It's in this game, at least for sure in this game, it's really making it seem like Codec happens in your fucking brain versus physically talking.
Yeah.
Because there's various times where like the ninja, for instance, which is the next part coming up here in a minute, and Emma and etc. They'll be like, "Oh, switch over to Codec," and it's like,
yeah,
why?
So that no one can eavesdrop. Like that doesn't make.
Yeah, no one's can.
Yeah, they're in the same room. The president did it too.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes you think like, so you're just kind of talking in your brain, which let's just say. Nanomachines, but let's just say that is true to an extent. We all know that your brain thinks much faster than your physical body can react oftentimes. So maybe that's why they're getting conversations done in a split second versus, you know, that's how Vamp and Fortune had that conversation because it was nanomachines, you know, they're like, because you already know what your brain wants to say before you even said it. That other person even knows it, you know. So anyways, but this game really kind of makes it feel like it's going on in your head. And I always remembered my sister. She would always she'd kind of watch me play games, and she would watch me play the series every now and then. And she would also ask, she's like, why are you speaking out loud? Like, can't people hear you? And I was always be like, nah, you're whispering because it's in your ear. So if you whisper, it comes out, loud or something like that. But I was always, every time she would ask me silly questions that made no sense, I would find some kind of way to answer it instead of just saying it's a fucking game, just let it be,
Yeah.
I would always be like, well, actually, because of this, but I guess that's what we all do with these kind of games, we just find a way to answer until the source material answers it for us,
Yeah. I think, like, now that I hear somebody else say it, because I think I've had this thought also when I was younger. It was like, is this happening in their heads because of the whole, especially because the first time that Mr. X says, let's go into Codec Calls so that no one can eavesdrop.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, but you're standing right in front of each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I thought that at some point too. I was like, are they having this conversation in their fucking heads? Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me go to something that you mentioned earlier about the gun thing with Raiden. If he doesn't have the gun,
Mm-hmm.
the cutscene happens without the gun. So I confirmed it for sure.
Okay, cool.
Because I started a file on the Vita because I was like, okay, I need to catch up, and I started on very easy because I was like, I'm just gonna speed run this to where Kriss is so I can get to the cutscene. You can't do it on very easy because they try to give you the M9 in the room with the sub. You can totally ignore it.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then once you go up the elevator, they put it right in front of the cut fence. So you have to pick it up on very easy. Like, they're literally like, come on. Like, if you're playing on very easy, you're not going to get through this next part without a gun. But I guess, I don't know if on easy it goes away, but I went to normal because I was like, okay, screw it. I'll just go on normal. Obviously, you don't get the M9 unless you go into F strut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went all the way to that scene. No gun.
Does he just come in with his hands like up in a kung fu stance or what?
No, he just kind of has them to his side and kind of like slides in. Kind of like almost like Tom Cruise in Risky Business, but not like the full slide. He just kind of steps into the scene. That's kind of how I pictured it. Like, that's nothing else from the previous episodes.
Not for me, Kriss. You good?
Nothing comes to mind now.
Okay. I do have 3 things from the previous episodes because we talked about what happens if you put your birthday or what happens if you play the game on your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you can't see this until later, so I won't mention that. But if you are playing on the birthday of one of the developers and you have their dog tag and you look at that dog tag, it will say happy birthday.
Oh, no shit. That's cool.
On their dog tag. So, yeah, April 30th, I was wondering about what important things happened on April 30th in history.
Uh-huh.
One of the things is it was the end of the Vietnam War.
Okay.
I forget what year, but that happened. Back when FDR was president on April 30th, he was the first president to be on TV.
Oh, really?
I didn't put the year. And then 10 days after his birthday, Hitler committed suicide on April 30th.
Oh.
Yeah. Supposedly, because they never found the body.
True.
Yeah.
Well, that we were told because, remember, the government,
Yeah,
really low.
What was it called? False flags and all that.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, on this file, I put my birthday down as April 30th. Just to see if it would give me any kind of extra codec call or something weird, like maybe him going like, you remember what tomorrow is? He'd be like, my birthday, what about it? But I don't know. I haven't got anything yet, and I don't know if there is anything. So we'll find out.
As far as I know, no. I did do some research on it just to kind of figure it out, but no one found anything. All I found was people in forums going like, I'm going to play this game on April 29th through the 30th. Are anybody else going to do that? And I was like, Jesus, these people are cringe back in 2000, whatever it was.
Hey.
Sorry if that was you 20 years ago.
I don't think I did.
We were all cringy. We were all cringy kids doing trying to make the game feel a little more special to us. I do have one more note. German is definitely from a different timeline where people's lips are yellow.
Dude, it's not like. It seems like she's just light. I want to look up some concept art for her. I don't think it's yellow lipstick, but whatever.
That confirmed it for me while I was editing because he mentioned it's just a shade of her lips. So German is definitely from a different timeline where people's lips are yellow. Confirmed.
And
take the lipstick that you're wearing right now off, German. We know your lips are yellow.
He who shall not be named commented in one of our videos as well that the blade was not shot.
Oh my God, no! Senor Bacon.
Yeah, we didn't get any phone calls or anything. I'm wondering too. I had some weird phone calls come from weird places on Wednesday, but I think the voice thing was forwarding to my phone number. So if that was a couple of listeners, sorry, I was not supposed to forward that to my personal phone number. And if that was you guys, go ahead and give us a call again and leave a voicemail. I'm trying to record some cool kind of greeting, so that people know it's like, oh, it is Codec Calls, but I couldn't figure it out. But maybe I'll do it by the next episode, before the next episode comes out. Anyways, let's vamonos towards this next cutscene where we have defeated Le Fat Man, who rollerblades and drinks wine through a straw.
Yep. And then so immediately we see a ninja, Kriss. I asked you at last time if you stopped right there, if you took any steps forward, because you literally see him as soon as you try to leave that zone.
Yeah,
or the rooftop.
So when I resumed play this week, I actually had to defuse that last bomb again.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because I literally, after that cutscene, I stopped and saved, and I found out later on in another stream that if you don't leave an area and then come back and then save, it doesn't register that you've done that last thing.
Oh, okay. So like my grip strength, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So I went back and did that again, and then Gray Fox shows, or Gray Fox, right?
Greninja.
Greninja, yes. The Pokemon shows up. It's obviously not confirmed that it's him, but I have my suspicions. It's the same suit and everything, same weapon. So, but he supposedly died, and that's why I'm confused, because he was crushed by Metal Gear Rex.
Yeah. Which, by the way, why do we call him a ninja? I know they said it in the first one, but it looks nothing like a ninja.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You know what?
Right?
Now that you mention it,
a ninja would have at least his eyes exposed.
And maybe because of the sword. Maybe the sword alone is enough for us to say ninja.
Ninjas don't carry katanas.
It's not
samurais,
curved, and he carries it on his back,
katanas.
though. I know, so it's a straight edge, whatever the hell, sword.
Well, it's a high-frequency sword is what it's
in this
described as in both games. It's called a high-frequency sword.
Is it? Yeah. Very good question. Very, very, we
just accepted it.
We just accepted it, and back in Metal Gear 1.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah. We just said, no shit. What's the other thing that we accepted? Narwhals are real, right?
Yeah.
No one's ever seen one with their own eyes. We just accept they fucking
If unicorns aren't real, narwhals are not real either. Like, come on.
That is hella funny. You're right. We just been calling him a ninja forever, but there's just because he moves fast, just because that's why.
Well, someone said it in the first one, and we just kind of accepted it from there. Who was it? It was like, it was Kenneth Baker.
Maybe? Kenneth Baker?
Yeah, because Snake says, like, what was that guy or whatever? And Kenneth Baker says, what, that ninja thing?
Yeah.
That's Foxhound's little secret. Yeah, so we just kind of accepted it that way. And I mean, that's how they describe it in the manual, cyborg ninja.
It's that old white guy just putting labels on things.
Yep.
Like that guy's doesn't know what ninjas are. He just said he saw a sword. He said he was racist and said sword means Asia, ninja. Done.
Yeah. Because I don't know much about, because ninjas are Japanese, right? They're from Japan. I don't, from the art of ninjutsu, as far as I know, they don't use katanas. That's a samurai specific weapon. Ninjas use like short swords. Like they'll be like the smaller version of the katanas, right? They'll use that. And I don't know. I don't want to be like stereotypical, but like ninja stars, is that just a movie thing? But it doesn't seem like that's really what they're more about, like concealment and stealth, and less about attack and more about,
There's a lot of movie misconceptions about them. I think as far as ninja stars are concerned, I want to say maybe, but I think they did use more of like a kunai for real versus
kunai.
That's
what I was thinking of instead of yeah.
And then I think another misconception is that they wear black, and it's mostly they would wear dark blues or something like that.
Yeah, something that blends in more. That's less contrast.
Contrasting.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you see Mr. Ninja, and for sure, seeing him, first time playing through, seeing him more HD, if you will, it's definitely nice. You're like, oh hell yeah,
Well, there's the little part where his like the front part of his face almost goes clear for just a second and then goes opaque again. It's like, no, play that back again. I want to see who it is.
Speaking of, does he use optic camo at all in this scene or at all?
No,
right?
No, just disappears.
It just jumps away, right? Yeah.
Just pulls a Batman.
Yeah, exactly. He straight up does pull a Batman. He just turns around.
Although he does kind of make a sound when Raiden kind of looks down, and he, because he's holding the BDU. And he's like, I don't know. He asks the ninja a question, and it kind of makes a sound that makes me think of the stealth camo, but I don't think it really is. And by the time he looks up, he's gone.
He used a Deku nut, and then just walked away casually.
I just see Raiden turn purple for a second. Can't move.
That's the theory about what's her fucking name in Ocarina of Time, Impa. She throws a Deku Nut every time she disappears. I think you see her whomping 3 times, and that's the
that's why she
thought
disappears
process
in front of you.
that she fucking stuns you and it just walks away.
Oh, dude, you just blew my mind.
Yeah, I always thought that back in the day too. I'm like, I'm probably frozen. I'm like straight up frozen in that moment.
Yeah, because for you, you're not gonna see yourself purple. You're just, whoa, dude, that just hella blew my mind. Anyway, so they have a conversation. Wait. So you meet up top, and then for some reason, then you're downstairs now.
Well, get out of the open. That I can get out of the open. But then switch to Codec. Sure.
Yeah, and by the way, neither of you are wearing colors that do not camouflage. They don't camouflage well against this crazy orange.
Yeah.
Right? The ninja's wearing like white, red, blue, like crazy American colors against this orange. And you are in this like gray, bluish
gray suit, yeah.
Against this orange also too. Like I don't understand why.
And it's like safety orange too, so like everything sticks out.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what is the conversation that happens here? You guys gonna have to remind me.
Well, Chris, you can jump in at any moment. Pretty much tells you about the that you gotta get the president and right.
Oh, this is when they make the reference to the football.
Yeah, I think it was because he asked like, where was it? And he's like, oh well, did you notice his other hand or something? And it was handcuffed or something. And he's like, I assume they cut it off or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Oh wait, I remember now. Yeah. So this is the first time Raiden actually finds out that they may have nukes.
That's what say you're right.
That's right, yeah.
And so that's why he like tells Mr. X like, well, it doesn't matter unless they have the detonation codes, right? And Mr. X mentions that, do you remember the soldier? There was a soldier in that vamp room that had a handcuff cut off, or at least the other half of the handcuff cut off. So it wasn't handcuffed actually to the president. It was handcuffed to that one soldier.
I think it wasn't a soldier. It was a Navy captain or something like that. Yeah, something. He was like in a suit. He was in a suit.
Yeah. Okay. And so Vamp had the football first before he went to go meet up with Fortune to pick up the president. And then from there, that's when Mr. X says that you're going to have to go and sneak in to find this other dude named Ames. What is his first name? Did they give a first name?
No, they don't. So let me jump in real quick. So this, because like I said, I'm always kind of watching this in the background as well. This is the first time you find out that there's the big shell kind of they're hinting at it's housing a Metal Gear.
Oh, that's right.
And
Metal
Gear.
Ray.
Well, yeah, Raiden is assuming Metal Gear Ray, and he's like not Ray exactly, but he's like Metal Gear, and they show.
Well, yeah, that's what Mr. X says.
Does he say Ray? Well, okay.
Yeah.
And so with that said, yeah, they don't give a first name because they even say like he's like, all I know is his name is Ames and he has a pacemaker. He goes, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. So that was the concept is when you go into the hostage room, you don't know if you were looking for a guy or a girl.
Oh, okay.
Which I would have loved. I remember the first time I played this game, I would have loved if, depending on the difficulty or some other minute detail like the birthday you put in, I don't know, something, it would change whether it was a boy or a girl, Yeah. That would have been kind of cool. That way it's not always the same person.
But then you'd have to record
a whole other session. I get that. Hey, come on, Hideo.
I was thinking too. I was like, Hideo would totally do that. Like he's definitely. I mean, he's recorded so much dialogue that no one ever hears.
I could see them recording just one version of a man, one version of a woman.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then just different looking characters, or they'd be placed differently in the room or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he tells you that, and then he bounces, and then you call the colonel, and you're like, yo, who is this ninja guy? He's like, I don't know nothing. He's like, dude, you're hiding stuff from me. So now, right?
Does he say he's not part of the mission, or something like that?
He says that about Snake. Once you find out it's really Snake. Actually, even when you still thought it was Pliskin, he would say like, he's not part of this mission. Don't ignore him.
Yeah.
But he does ask Colonel. He says like, do you believe him? And I remember the Colonel says, I have no reason not to. Like that's the only lead we have right now is go fucking find Ames and go from there,
Okay, so he is acknowledging Mr. X and ignoring Snake and Pliskin and all of them. Okay.
So you get your BDU and then
and the directional mic.
Well, no, you got to go get the AK. The AK first over in the warehouse.
You get the directional mic
in the Core 1.
In Core 1. Oh, okay.
Core 1 Basement 2, I believe it is.
Okay.
With the bird.
Yeah.
So
Penis Enhancer.
Yeah, Venus and Cancer. What is that? A book? I don't remember what that
I don't remember what that reference is. But
I looked it up.
Since I played the game without subtitles the first time, I always thought it was saying Penis Enhancer, and I was like, what the hell? Why is it saying Penis Enhancer?
Yeah, she says Venus and Cancer, and I've looked it up. I think it's a book or something like that.
Okay.
But down there, Chris, I don't know if you did any of this. You're trying to shoot the bird and you can't. The bird just, you can't be killed, and I think it fucking alerts. It makes an alert.
Yes.
Which, if you knocked out all the guards, it doesn't matter. So,
like the actual alert sound for the game. Yep. That's awesome.
The AK, And then, did you, Chris? We asked this last time, I think, and I don't. Oh yeah, you can't go back. I don't remember. Did you find the poster for Ghost Babel?
I did not.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
should we tell him what's that?
He will. I think he will end up back in that room.
That's what I don't remember. So if you do end up back in it, no,
he won't. No,
he won't. Just okay. So you know how you turn into that little office square and there's like a poster for police knots?
Mm-hmm. I saw
yeah,
that.
So it's over where the nerd is. The nerd is. It's over where the nerd. No, it is a node. What the fuck is wrong with me? Holy shit! Universe. Oh
I thought you were trolling by saying nerd.
Yeah. It's over by the node. It's on the left wall. So you have to go into first person view. And there's two posters there. One for Ghost Babel and one for Zone of Ender.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's just another little Easter egg.
I think that's the first time we learned
Ghost Babel, yeah.
About Ghost Babel. But
absolutely.
I didn't think it was like a real game.
I just thought it was a cool poster at first.
Me too.
And then that character,
it looked like Meryl.
And I was like, I want to play this game. This game must take place before MGS2. I wanted to play the bejesus out of it.
Yeah.
And so so you see that. So you can't kill the bird. Also, I didn't do this time, and I don't think I ever did it my first couple playthroughs. But I've read that if you actually use the directional mic and you talk to the bird by pushing triangle over and over again, because Raiden will say, "Are you Ames?" I think it is something like that. You must be Ames or some shit.
To the bird?
Yes, he will eventually fucking start saying like, "Are you Ames?" or something like that. He'll actually.
What?
That's what I've read. I didn't try it this time. I wouldn't doubt if it's true. With all the little details in this game, I wouldn't doubt if like you fucking put a snoring soldier next to him, he'll start snoring.
Yeah, that's hella funny.
But yeah.
So also, this is one of the first rooms where you will run into the. I know they're not actually called this, but like the Easter Island tiki heads.
Mm-hmm. The Moe, I think they're called Moe heads or something like that.
Yeah, so they're scattered all over this base.
I think there's one in the tanker as well, isn't there?
Maybe. I don't believe so, but I might be wrong. I know this computer room has one. I know the vent shafts where you direct the Nikita missile to get to the president. There's one in there. There's actually one in Metal Gear Solid 1, but I can't exactly remember where it is, and I think it's in the computer room.
I don't remember either. Now, here's the thing about that. I was confusing this with Snake Eater, or not Snake Eater, what do you call it? Twin Snakes?
Okay.
Is it obvious where it's at? Because if it is, they removed it from this game, for my version.
What do you mean?
It's right in the computer room, right?
Yeah, it's under like a desk.
Is it under a desk? Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't check under. I thought it was right on top of one of the desks.
No, it's under a desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's still there then.
I think there's like 5 in this game, but I don't remember the other 3 where they are. I just always remember the one in this room and the one in the vents.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing the one in the vents, but I don't remember which vent, so I didn't find it.
Yeah, once I found it, I was like, okay, I know it's there. There's nothing special about it. You don't
get
anything for finding them.
No,
and if you go look for them again, you're just wasting missiles looking for it.
Yeah, and there's no even what do you call it, trophies or nothing like that. I thought there would be trophies for a few things, and there was none. So
yeah,
but yeah, so you get your mic, and then you got to go back to the next floor up, and you got to put scan the soldier's face.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait, you got to get your gun first.
No, you got the gun before you come in here.
That's right, because you can't use the elevator without the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Chris, how fun was that room trying to get your gun? Because that's just the first floor, I think.
I don't remember that being too difficult.
No, I remember my first time, I had a hell of a time, because like there's the cameras, I think there's like 4 soldiers patrolling back and forth. I mean, nowadays, I just kind of fly down below, and like if I really want to fuck with them, I'll just lure them all into that room and just start putting them in lockers just for the shits and giggles, because that's where the nerd is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember used to always having a hell of a time in there when I first started playing the game. Like it was.
So refresh my memory, please. What room is this that you get the AK? And I don't remember.
No, the AK you can't even get into. You can't go into the core without the AK.
Right.
So you get the AK in the warehouse, Luis.
Ninja
gives you level 2, I believe it is.
In F-Strut?
Yes, F-Strut. There you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And then in the core,
and then you cross the bridge
that falls.
That's falling and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Did you fall, Chris, by the way? Or did you make it cross?
Sounds like it.
A lot.
Okay.
I think I spent a good 2 hours on that bridge.
No way.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Oh, hell no.
Talk to Heijay, talk to... Who else was there? Meow was there.
You know, I'm not getting my notifications, dude, because I didn't see you were playing. Otherwise, I would have definitely lurked at least.
Okay. Try unfollowing and following again, or
Okay.
see if the notification is turned on, because I've had that issue too.
Okay,
so.
okay. I'll double check.
I on purpose didn't watch because I just didn't want it to influence anything I said this time around.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I spent a good 2 hours on that bridge.
Oh, hell.
What the heck?
It was bad.
So you get your gun, you go in there, you go,
And then that's the floor I was thinking about.
yeah. So there's two floors. Well, the first floor is just a big square, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's just a square. The nerds on the south part where all the lockers are,
I think
and
so.
a bunch of cameras and shit.
And then B1 is where you got to scan the guard, and B2 is where the bird's at.
Yeah.
So you get your mic at B2, and then you come back up, and this part for me was kind of funny because I remember struggling for this part, even though it's so easy. I'm playing on hard, and like they literally just take a turn walking out and coming back in. But I used to struggle like crazy for this one.
Me too.
I literally forgot. I got one of those things like in Monster Hunter where you think about what you're trying to do and you forget how to fucking play. I literally freaking forgot how to like grab a guard in a chokehold. I would hold him up and I'd be like, okay, unequipped. And I'm like, circle, punch. Ah, shit, no. And I'm under attack. And, and I'd fucking run and hide. And then, wait for the alert to be over. And I'd come back out, freeze. I was like, circle, punch. God damn it. Dude, I did it like 6 times. I was like, dude, I forgot how to fucking play. And I was like, stop thinking about it. It's square. It's fucking square. You know it's square. And so I got in pretty quickly. But I thought that was hella funny. I forgot how to play. And it made me laugh too because I bumped into one of the guards. Actually, I bumped into one of the guards because I thought he was going to keep walking. And he actually stops. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to chase behind him to, hold him up. And obviously I bump into him. It takes your fucking BDU off.
Oh, yeah.
And I instantly fucking body slammed him and then just fucking ran and I hid in the locker and shit, Speaking of locker, real quick, a quick interruption. Remember I was talking about in the first episode how on this one if I pushed R1 and it wouldn't slam his face into the locker like you can in the other versions. It's actually attached to R1 plus the R stick forward.
I thought I told you that.
Did you? But okay, no. Well, you told me L3 was to put your weapon down. You might have mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
But it's not just R3 by itself. It has to be R1 and R3 forward to slam your face into it. Which in this section is when I figured it out because I hid in the locker and I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna test how to fucking slam my face in there. So I'm literally like waiting. The guard walks in. I thought he walked out. And I'm like, no, pushing all the combination of buttons. And I pushed R3. Would you remind me to talk to you about this one real quick? I pushed I didn't push it. It's just joystick forward, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And then I pushed R1 immediately after, and smack, my face goes in smack. And he goes, huh? And I'm like, oh shit, there's a guy in here. Thankfully though, he opens the locker. I'm assuming because I was wearing the BDU, he doesn't give a fuck because I thought he was gonna be like, why are you in this locker? No, didn't give a fuck. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask this one for you guys. Now, I might be crazy, but how do you use the coolant?
What do you mean?
Is it just square?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not square for me. It's a R stick joystick.
What?
R3?
Well, not click, just forward.
What?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I was gonna bring that up last episode because I was like pushing square and it wasn't doing. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it was the joystick, and I was like, has it always been the joystick? I just forgot to mention it last time, but yeah. So it's not
Check
me.
your button config.
It must no. You know why? Because R1 and L2 aren't, or at least R1 isn't pressure sensitive. Oh
Right.
no, square isn't pressure sensitive either.
So that's what I was just about to ask that also. So since Kriss is playing the PS3 version, he has access to the pressure sensitive buttons. Kriss, do you know that you could also hold people up with the automatic weapons without shooting?
I did not know that because every time you just lightly press the square
Lightly
button?
press it, yeah.
Okay.
Lightly
It's hard.
press it. Yeah, it makes it so much harder. Like, I remember doing that because it's harder to, I don't know which way is harder. Like, is it harder to switch to your, handgun and hold them up and then switch back and then pull them out of sight from another soldier to get his dog tag? Or is it easier to just hold them up with an automatic weapon and then
I want to say
unequip and then pull them away? Like,
I want to say it's easier to do the handgun,
right?
Because I know back in the day when I was dog tag hunt, I shot them plenty of times.
Yeah.
So I think handgun is the best way to go, and obviously the M9 is probably the better way to do it because we're gonna hold them up. You always hold them up from the back, anyways. So
and that's not the problem. The problem is other soldiers in this room
Yeah.
walking around. That's what makes it tough. But I've pretty much found like a good like the southeastern corner is like always the best. Like you grab that guy first, get his dog tag, put him in the freaking locker, and then start knocking on the walls and start luring people in one at a time.
Or you do the classic, just knock one out, the other guy sees him, you knock him out before he wakes him up, and you got a pile of people that you can just kind of do one by one.
Yeah, you could also do that. Well, it depends on the difficulty, because once you start doing extreme, then they're going to wake up quicker. And
they wake up much quicker.
You need to put them in lockers at that point.
That would definitely help out.
One thing I was going to say is that room where you do the retinal scan, that's, I think there's lockers in there too, right? Where they're just kind of sitting in that, it's like a lounge room.
Yeah. Is there lockers in there? Yeah, there's a couple in there.
There's like 3 lockers. For some reason, that room, the way it's laid out, German, have you played Among Us?
Yes.
So you know the room where you have to put the lights back together?
On the ship?
Yeah, where you have to rewire everything to bring the lights back.
Okay.
That room to me, it just the shape, because I know it doesn't look like it doesn't have seats or anything like that. But that room looks like it's laid out like that room. And
I remember when I vent in the fucking corner. Yeah.
Yes. And when I played Among Us and I first encountered that room, I was like, damn, this is like that room in Metal Gear Solid 2. But I had nobody to tell, because I was like, nobody who's playing this game with me right now has played Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, Chris, you might, I guess, kind of, I don't know if you remember what that room looks like in
I think
MGS2.
I vaguely do. Yeah, I think I see what you're talking about.
Because there's those panels, and that's where you do like the wires. That's what the lockers are in Metal Gear Solid 2.
There's a vent in the corner, and then there's if there's 2 of you or whatever, one of you sabotages and closes doors.
Yes.
Yeah. One of you sabotages the lights, the other one closes the door, and you just kill people in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Chris, if the bridge took you 2 hours, how long did it take you to get the mic and scan this dude's face?
That actually, it wasn't that long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, German, you're gonna okay. I saw I did come into the stream a couple times, I think on the second stream. It's gonna blow your mind how Kriss got through this game. The things that you think were hard were somehow super easy for this dude, but the things that were super easy were really hard for him.
Oh hell!
So go ahead, Kriss.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to get the guy there. Because at first I put someone to sleep, and I tried dragging over, and it didn't work. And I was like, what the heck? What do I have to do? And shout out to HeyJ again, because he was there during all those streams, and he was such a trooper. And he even made the joke like, oh, you can call me Codec Call if you want. Just say so, because obviously he's respecting that I trying this on my own and trying to figure out and everything. And he's not giving any spoilers or anything. He's just giving tips if I need them. And so I'm trying. I cannot figure it out. And there was one point where I had like 3 guys in lockers, and there was nobody else there available to do anything with. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? And so I don't remember what I did. I think I went to... I think I went in front of that camera and took off my uniform to get the alert, and it brought more guys in. And I had to go from there, because I at one point I tried to do the chokehold, but I couldn't remember how to do it like you.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, is that what I'm supposed to do? And I was like, no, that can't be right. Because I tried it, and the guy had escaped from me before I could get him there. What happened was what happened was I went up to the room where the 2 guys are facing like opposite directions, that like break room, whatever it is. And I went to the guy in the upper right, and I grabbed him, put him in a chokehold, and I was just dragging him back to get to that thing. And before I got there, he broke out and set off the alarm. And oh crap, that can't be it. Then what what am I supposed to do?
On that.
Yeah, and he kind of
is there a camera in that room?
By the elevator, isn't there?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
But so I was like, okay, that can't be right. And so I was trying a bunch of other things, and HeyJ's like, oh, you had a thing going with that chokehold thing. And I was like, oh, okay. What I did was there's that guy that goes like back and forth down that hallway, and he looks at the scanner for a while. So I waited for him to go up to the scanner, and then I went up behind him, got a chokehold, and and it just like right away the game's like, oh yeah, you're here at the checkpoint or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it did it for me. Didn't have to drag him or anything. So
now remind me on this one. So it won't work if they're sleeping, I'm assuming, because their eyes are closed?
Yeah. And in fact, I think Colonel had called me, I think, while I was trying that. And he's like, remember, their eyes have to be open, so you can't do it when they're sleepy or knocked out. And I was like, oh, okay.
What? I've done it while they're sleeping. Am I tripping?
I didn't test it, and I was going to test it for the sake of saying, like, do they need to be asleep? But again, I forgot how to play during this section, so I was like, I'm just fucking going to scan this fucker.
Shit. Well, now that you're saying that the Codec Calls says otherwise, then
you
gotta
gotta
test it.
test it yourself. What was I gonna say? Something about testing it. Oh, I think in this section for sure, my first playthrough for sure. Obviously, it took me fucking forever, you know. But
Yeah.
I think you know, in hindsight, kind of like with the whole aims argument, I think it would have been kind of cool if it was a specific soldier that had access, because there's at least on hard or whatever fucking difficulty I'm playing, there's a total of 4 guards. So if it was one out of the 4, you know, that was the only one that would let you in, it would make it funner and harder, you know, in this room. Yeah. Versus just like grab any guard and scan his face, you know, because that would make this room more secure. Like only one guy has access to this shit, you know.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, again, like so you didn't knock him out, okay? You just scanned his face and then just dropped him and walked in. So you know, just throwing that out there, you know.
But in the cutscene, he like falls over or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he probably got up and was like, just my imagination, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. God damn these guards, man.
They're so dumb, dude.
So this next room, I hated this room when you know, my first couple playthroughs back in, you know, 2002 or whatever. I found these rooms to be very hard because this guard because obviously you can't knock him out because he reports like every freaking 10 seconds or something.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So I always remember thinking like this room was
actually
just so hard.
I think if you knock him out, it's like an instant cutscene or something.
Possibly like an instant game over, if you will.
Yeah, kind of like
like with the Marines or something like that. Maybe
or maybe if you kill him, something like that. Something happens if you compromise this soldier. I think it's if you kill him, it's an instant like what the hell is going. You know, you fail. But if you knock him out, I think obviously he can get back up. Or I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to test that too. Shit.
I don't test that because I already made that past it. I want to say you're right. I want to say if you knock him out,
something's different about
And he says like, "Why are you late with your status report?" Because there's 2 of them in there. At least on hard, there's 2 of them. And only one of them's reporting, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
If you knock them both out and the other one doesn't report back in, I want to say that they freaking what do you call it? Because Colonel tells you something along the lines of like, "Don't get caught in there because there will be no way out," or something like that.
Yeah.
And so maybe they'll just send in a guard team and then you're just done or something like that.
And these guards do not have dog tags, and I think that's how I found that out because I try. Maybe it's trying to stick them up that gives you an instant
possibly
like game over because it's just like you can't do anything after that. You've already alerted the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, test it. In this section here, I believe for sure, if I remember correctly, depending on the difficulty, Ames' location does change. I might be right or wrong. Where was Ames for you at, Chris?
He was in the bottom, like right next to, there's like a big like metal shelving
pillar
thing.
Yeah.
On the left?
Yeah.
He's always there, I think.
Oh, damn. I thought he changed depending on difficulty. But Chris, did you notice, now we're going to get into a little bit Easter egg while we're here instead of doing it next episode. Did you notice there was a door that had a little dot inside, like there was a guard in there? It was on the upper left corner, I think it is. No, in the same corner where Ames is at, I believe.
No, so it's on the west wall.
West.
What you're talking about?
Yeah,
so if you're facing Ames, right? So if you're facing Ames, you're facing north. To the left, the west wall, there is.
Oh yeah, a little door.
There's a dot on your radar.
I did not notice that. No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but actually, let me mention something because I know where you're going to. But I recently just found this out. If you use the directional mic on the women, Raiden reads out their bra sizes.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, I knew
like
that,
their
but I didn't do
measurements.
it.
Yeah, like he'll be like whatever 16 or not their bra measurements, but like their the waist.
Yeah,
the 3
chest,
numbers.
Waist, chest,
hips, waist,
waist,
and chest.
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, that. Thank you.
I don't know if he does it instantly, but yeah.
I think you have to hold it there for a second, like when
Possibly.
you're staring at Meryl or something. Because for sure, at first he goes like, "Are you Ames?" And I think you have to wait there for a second. But yeah, German, go ahead.
No. Well, yeah, because I always used to like kind of doing that. You say like, "Are you Ames?" And the hostage is like, and then one of the guards will come over and be like, "What's going on?" Especially if you do one like behind the walls, it kind of gives you a chance to sneak around a little bit. But there's a door and there's a little dot in there, and that's a guard, and he doesn't come out. And so once you find Ames, you start talking to Ames and Solidus. Well, we don't know it's Solidus yet.
Some dude.
Ocelot calls him my king, doesn't he? Something weird like that.
Right, because he's
my liege, my
he's
emperor. I think he says my emperor.
No, he just says king. Like he doesn't
something
say
like
Mikey,
that. Yeah,
he just says king.
King, you're right. They come in and they have a conversation. So Chris, in this section here, there's a little Easter egg. Obviously, first playthrough, you're going to be listening into this conversation because you're like, "Oh, what's going on?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you actually aim to the left over to that door, you hear a very familiar person in there.
Is it
from
Johnny?
the first. Yes, sir.
Nope, it was me in the toilet this last 2 days.
Yep. Did you figure that out? Well, how'd you know it was Johnny? Just because I said.
Just because you said it was going to be a familiar voice, and the only
Okay.
thing I could think of as far as like a soldier is it's got to be Johnny.
Being stuck
Nice.
somewhere. Yeah, he's in there, and he's all like, "Oh man," he's like, "I can't believe." I pretty much, I don't.
He
I
said
didn't
this
listen
is
to
just
it.
like that time in Alaska or some
Yeah,
shit
some
like
shit
that.
like that. He's like, "Oh no," and he's just
So-
like just crapping his brains out in there.
Yeah.
So this is why I said, did Kriss create a time paradox?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
yeah,
if
if you
you
killed him,
yeah, if you killed him in the first one, then he doesn't exist in this. game.
Yeah. Interesting.
but he'll still be there, obviously. But
Right.
yeah.
Obviously, he'll
Yeah.
still be there, but yeah.
So anyway, so going back to the main storyline, you get Mr. Aim, and you start talking to him, and actually a little Easter egg, I guess. Later on, if you're talking to Colonel, I believe it is in the Codec Calls. No, Snake. Snake says it. You talk to Snake during one of the Codec Calls, and this is one of the ones you gotta do yourself. It doesn't happen automatically. You mention Ames or something like that, and Snake will say he's like, Ames, that name sounds familiar, and he's all like, oh, he goes, that must be Natasha's ex-husband. And
Oh, that's
Raiden
right.
brings up Natasha. You mean from Shadow Moses? He's like, yeah. And and that's all they mention about him. And then he's like, oh, where's Natasha now, or some shit like that. And he's like, oh, your guess is as good as mine, But yeah, this is Natasha's husband, the ex-husband in this point of the game.
Totally
Okay.
forgot about that.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yep. So anyways, yeah, you talk to him.
Telepathically.
Yeah, I guess, right. Oh yeah, so because I'm watching this right now, like I said, just so I can remember everything that goes on. 'Cause there's a lot of information pretty much going forward.
Holy
This game.
Jesus, yeah.
He says like, he goes, are you with the Secret Service? And he says this, he goes, no, he goes, I was sent in by the Lali Lulelo.
yeah.
Now, Chris, I just want to ask you, because I think...
Is that what
because
Mr. X told him to say?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Does Mr. X say Lali Lulelo?
Yes,
does.
but
I
I
think
don't.
so, yeah.
I think he does. Yeah, he does. He must.
But I don't know if he tells Raiden to say that to Ames.
No. He
Okay.
Ames just says that. Now, Chris, why do you keep saying Lali Lulelo?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay. because I'm playing with you, because I definitely want to make sure I don't like jump the gun on some stuff. So I literally stopped where you stopped. Well, you said you made it to the next section, and I stopped
Yeah.
right at Van, pretty much. It's interesting because he says, no, I was sentenced by the Lalulelo. And if you remember earlier in the Tanker chapter, the first time we hear Lalulelo was by Mr. Dolph, right? Scott Dolph.
Scott Dolph, yeah.
Patriot, what's his name? Ocelot says,
I'm taking
here
the, yeah.
I'm taking it back.
Yeah,
right?
he's taking Ray back.
And then he says, Ocelot says it, right? I don't want to say it.
He
he
says,
sees
I'm
us
taking
back
it back to the Patriots.
to the
and then
Patriots.
that's when Scott Dolph says, the Lalulelo.
That's kind of all I'll say for the most part as of right now.
Okay.
But it's interesting. So anyways, you talk to him and he tells you, that the president has that the football or whatever is the most secure briefcase out there
Mm-hmm.
because it uses the president's own biological or some shit like that data.
Yeah, like biofeedback or
Yeah,
whatever. Biometrics.
Because he says not only is it like his DNA, but his brainwave and his heart pulse, like everything must
Yeah.
be matching willingly. He goes, that's why he goes, no hypnotism or no drugs, nothing, no coercion will work. The president must do it on purpose,
Huh.
which is funny because I was gonna say, I'll get to that later, but anyways, Ocelot clearly sees you both talking, and that's when you go into nanomachine talking codec call.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, you start finding out that there's something more going on because Ames has no idea about the ransom that they're asking for. Ames has no idea about the supposed hostage that was executed on the top of the big shell or whatever. You kind of starts putting in doubt because he's telling you like what are you talking about? And he kind of says what the whole thing that Snake got in Shadow Moses. He's like, they didn't tell you anything. Like he's like, what the fuck? You just came here without knowing what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot here. Like I said, a lot of talking. And more or less, I don't know unless you want to bring something up that I don't remember off the top of my head here, but Solidus comes in. Like, we don't know Solidus yet, right? Ocelot and Solidus talk. And what do they say? Just remind me if I'm wrong here.
This is where I need your guys' stuff because I didn't get to
There's
that
a lot.
point.
There's a lot of talking, unfortunately. Chris, do you remember anything in particular right now? I'm just kind of skimming through the playthrough.
With Ames?
No.
Ames and
between,
Ocelot. And...
Yeah, between Ocelot and Solidus.
Okay, I forgot about this. So they're just kind of talking, and Olga comes in.
Yeah,
oh,
that's right.
I was like, I'm pretty sure there was a third person, but I couldn't remember who it was.
I forgot, yeah, because I'm watching this right now. She comes in, and she's still pissed off at Ocelot, you know. She's like, oh, you know, you killed my father. She doesn't know that he killed her. He straight up shot her, you know. Or shot him, sorry. I think she brings up the ninja, you know, says that I think she's putting blame on the ninja being at least Ocelot knowing who it might be.
Uh-huh.
Oh, because I think she says like it's the same profile as Shadow Moses, and he's like, no, you know, he died and stuff like that. He keeps saying that he's dead. In this section here, I remember now always hating this section how Ocelot's arm kind of starts acting up. And, and Solidus says like that arm again. He's like, it's acting up. He's like, I've been doing it more frequently. Solidus claims, again, we don't know Solidus. I keep saying that. Sorry, guys. He says that he's the one that paid to get Liquid's arms grafted on him in Leon or something like that. And I've never understood why. Why the fuck they would go out of their way to get Liquid's arm grafted on him.
But who paid?
Solidus. Maybe not paid necessarily, but you know, it was
okay.
through Solidus connections or something like that.
Okay.
You know, and he says like it's almost like this arm wants his revenge, or you know, Liquid wants his revenge. What do you call it? Ocelot comes into the room.
But wait, don't they mention that they think it's because he is around that his arm is acting up?
Snake, you mean?
Yeah, they don't specifically say him.
No, exactly. Because we don't know. They might say that. So yeah, like I say, we're kind of skimming through a lot of these talking points here, but I want to bring up the section where Ocelot comes out, and you know, and you get a little section, and he brings up that he's not CIA, he's DIA, whatever the fuck is that? Is that a real agency? DIA? I have no idea.
I know there's DEA, but I've never heard of DIA.
Let me look that up while you continue.
But anyways, you get this little cutscene with Ocelot, and he pulls out his gun at you, and he's like, who are you? He's like, you know, oh, he's not my man, and you know, all the guys are kind of like, I don't know who he is. Who comes in right as Ocelot's about to? I think you take off your mask, literally, right as you're about to get shot.
Defense Intelligence Agency.
Okay, that's a real agency. Huh? So I forgot about this section here. So Ames, all of a sudden, after this whole Ocelot confrontation, Ames dies by what appears to be a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
No.
Where have we seen that before?
Like a little interesting.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's kind of interesting. So anyway, so he dies, you know, and because Ocelot calls him out like, oh, you were here to keep tabs on the president, blah blah blah. It's like, looks like you failed your mission, sir, or some shit like that.
Ocelot saying this to Ames.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after this portion here, Ocelot, he's like, hey, who are you? Take off your mask, you know, show us your face, you know, and you find out like, oh, it's an intruder. It's you know, it's the guy we've been after or whatever, and he points his gun at you, and he's about to shoot you, and all of a sudden, comes in fucking
Wait, hold
ninja.
On. There's a little bit of gameplay here. Chris, did you figure out what you were supposed to do?
No?
Before the conversation?
Yeah, so like when Ocelot comes in, there's like a little bit of gameplay where you're just standing there.
I don't remember that, no.
You don't remember that?
There's a little timer that counts.
There's a little timer, and you have to do something, otherwise Ocelot catches you.
Well, Ames tells you what to do, so I mean, I hope Chris didn't struggle at this section.
Yeah,
I don't remember it, so I assume I didn't struggle at it.
All you have to do is just equip the AK.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Yeah,
because you could totally fail that.
Yeah, you can get caught instantly. So I guess we just skip over that. Yeah, you can get caught if you don't know what to do. Again, he tells you to.
I just remembered about that. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So in comes freaking ninja, about to cut off Ocelot's hand again.
Oh yeah,
his arm.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the section being like, oh shit, and then he fucking dodges it like a madman, you know. So this is when we see Ninja kind of in action for the first time in this game in HD. And, and it looks pretty damn cool. I'll admit, you know, he's just blocking these bullets, and you know, he tells you to get away. What is? Oh yeah, so you're supposed to go. Fuck, man, I literally.
I mean, you're supposed to just get out.
Get out.
This is the only other opportunity you have to go back down to the second basement to look at more Easter eggs. Because after that, you can't come back here.
Mm-hmm.
No, at all.
Oh no, okay.
There's no gameplay in this area anymore.
You get out.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Ames tells you to search my pocket. I couldn't remember how you get to the next section. Ames tells you to search his pocket, right? And you get keycard 3.
Oh,
and that opens up the bridge to connecting strut 1 to strut 2, or shell 1 to shell 2.
Yeah.
So in order to get over there, so this is the section where I saw Senor Bacon there I joined in on his section here, and I thought it was the funniest thing because so I'm skipping a little bit, but we'll definitely catch up. If you remember the connecting bridge, there's a lot of Semtex.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It gets harder versus on the difficulty. How many of those little things you have to knock out? And hard for sure. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 10 of them. 10 for sure.
Does
I'm not
hard
sure
have the 2 drones or just 1?
Just 1 drone that I saw.
Okay, because extreme has 2.
2 drones? Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I forgot because
Ciphers, sorry.
I got key card 3 and I went back to fucking F, right? Because more doors, more shit. And I went in there and I think I got like an extra gun, or I don't know if I got anything. I won't lie. Point being,
I think you can get the Trank PSG one.
That's for sure later. I'll be honest. I just got, at least on, yes, for sure. I just got it in it.
I had the Trank PSG one before you do that. The Simtech stuff.
No way.
That
okay.
bridge, yeah.
So it has to be a level.
Oh, you're right.
Card.
Well, dude? I want to say I didn't get mine until I was in the fucking the water section.
I think if you don't pick it up,
you miss it.
Yeah,
okay.
They'll give it to you later.
Okay. Well, either way. So I went in there and I opened up like I think maybe one extra door, but I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I guess there's nothing else here. Because I did find the PSG-1 ammo in it, and it always says get the gun first, right? So I was like, whatever. So I go to the fucking bridge, and I'm shooting all these targets down. And by the way, when I was saying I saw Senior Bacon there on this section, it was the funniest thing because like I was lurking and I was watching him, and he failed a couple times. I think he blew him up by accident,
Yeah.
And like on this third try or so, like he's like, I got them on. He's like searching, not forever, a good solid minute or two.
Oh,
and
I was there for that one too. I remember.
It was the one directly in front of him. I forgot to count those. So there's probably like 13, 14 on
There's one
hard.
right behind him that he forgot.
Yeah. No, it was right. It was in front of him. It's right. Well, that one might have been the second time.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But anyway, and he's like looking over the edges, and he's like looking everywhere. And I remember, like I said, I was lurking, but I thought it was funny because I'm like, I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe he still needs another one. I'm thinking, And then I kind of just barely hear him say like, where the fuck is it? And all of a sudden, like as I was about to type in like, the one in front of you, and he goes, it's right there, and he fucking looked at the camera. I thought it was super funny because like, dude, I was literally about to tell you. Anyway, so I get to that section, and I knock all of them because you can get all of them with the fucking SOCOM, except for the one on the fucking the drone. At least I'm pretty sure you can't get it with the sniper gun.
It is so.
I mean, without the sniper gun.
Yeah, it's the what makes it hard to get it with the SOCOM on the ciphers. What you're talking about is the bullet travel. Because there is actual there's actual delay. It's not
which
instant.
Is cool. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever been able to do it. I wonder if anyone speedrunning has been able to do it with the SOCOM. If you are, you're a beast.
I don't know. Again, so if it is possible, I don't know. But the point is, I got there and I was like, dude, I couldn't hit it. I couldn't hit it. And I said, do I need the fucking sniper gun? I was definitely. Oh, I just saw in the video. Yeah, the PSG-1T is in here. Huh? Oh, cool. I didn't grab it. So, anyways, so. I called Colonel. No, Snake tells you like, oh, there's a PSG-1 in F, in the warehouse F. Go get it. And I was like, I was just there. So I got pissed and I go all the fucking way back to F. And sure enough, I found it in the room that I was like, I thought I went in there. I'm like, okay. So you go back and you fucking you shoot the last one, and then you get a nice little cutscene with Snake coming in on a chopper. What's it called? Kasatka.
Yeah.
Kasatka.
Killer whale.
Yeah, which you start the next boss fight here, and I'll be the first to say I told this to Bacon because, like I said, I was lurking in more or less in his channel at that time. I always hated this section in terms of like how you can't shoot any Semtex because you'll blow everything up. You can't trip lasers because you'll blow everything up, and game over. But yet the second you deactivate everything and you get to the cutscene, it's a fair game. I mean, fucking the Harrier shoots the bejesus out of that bridge.
Oh yeah, no, I brought that up during that cutscene.
Okay.
Like, why the heck do they get to hit it and I don't? Yeah,
yeah.
That's another one of those game what do you call it? Takes me out of the immersion.
Yeah,
like the whole God of War kind
game
of concept.
breaking.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, I had to be extra careful, but you guys did, it just always pisses me off, But anyways,
so if you blow them up, does it show like the entire shell blowing up or just that one section?
Just that one section, because it shows like the little explosions all over the screen, and then it gives you the game over scene.
Okay, but it doesn't give you that. Yeah, that corner picture, it doesn't do like the normal, like when you blew up the other ones, the ones that were actually going to blow up the entire shell.
Oh, I didn't actually pay attention.
I don't know. I did blow them up once. How did I blow them up? Oh, I shot the actual drone with the sniper.
Right.
Like I was aiming at the thing, and I guess I just aimed a little too low, and I hit the fucking cipher, and it blew everything up. So I was like, God damn it. I think that was maybe my first continue, and I was like, dude, whatever.
How does that make sense? Are they all remotely connected?
I don't know. That is weird.
Because the one on the cipher should just blow up unless
it has no Semtex on it
by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth.
It's interesting, but nonetheless,
or RF, I guess. I don't even know.
Yeah, you get into this next section here, and what's his name? Solidus comes out. No, he claims to be Solid Snake, right? And then
that's
Snake
right.
comes out. And he's like,
no,
it's like
you are not Solid Snake.
No, he says that is not a Solid Snake.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So he throws you a, what is it? Not Nikita. Stinger. Stinger missile.
Yeah.
The Stinger missile. Kriss, I kind of want to let you talk about this boss fight. I want to see what you felt on this one. How did you fare?
I think I got it first try. If not, it was like the second try.
Okay. How'd you like this fight compared to the Harrier on MGS1?
You mean Hind D?
Hind D, sorry. Damn. Hind D. Starts with an H.
This one the Harrier? I found it interesting. I liked the fact that it was very dynamic, and it wasn't just like, oh, he's over here, so I have to shoot him over there now, and he kind of like, he would fly around you. And there was one particular time, and I don't know how I didn't notice this the first couple of times, where he's like, he'll like fly up and hover there. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's just giving me free damage. And I wasn't even noticed he was shooting me back. And so I'm just like, oh, free damage.
He's not. No, he's what's it called? He's burning you.
Yeah, his thrusters.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I hadn't even noticed that.
He's boiling your ass.
Yeah, X was in my chat, and he's like, I was like, oh, I get free damage. Like, he's just sitting there, like, okay, cool. And I just like, he doesn't even notice that he's taking damage. And I was like, oh. And then the next time he did that, I noticed. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't care. I just did it anyway because Snake throws you rations all the time.
He does. He only did that once to me. Again, this is like a first time for me, if you will. I remember the fight, obviously. I forgot he hovers above you. I'm assuming you got to kind of go downstairs to avoid damage or lay down. I don't know which one it is because I got hit by it and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I forgot about this. And he just never did it again. I did skip over the section where like, so he comes in, and he goes into fucking Hulk mode. His suit bulks up for a minute or two. What causes him to jump off the fucking bridge? Is what I'm trying to remember.
What are we talking about here?
Well, Solidus, right? In the beginning.
When he jumps off the bridge, he lands on the Harrier,
Yeah, what causes him to do that? Just because, I guess? I don't remember, but...
Let's see.
So
he's got his coat, and then he, like, slides, and that burns
Doesn't
off
it burn
his
off?
coat.
Yeah, it burns off. Yeah.
And then he hulks up. I mean, I think he just decides to jump into the Harrier.
I want to say something causes him to jump off.
I don't remember.
Hold on, I'm watching real quick while I'm watching.
I don't remember either.
So first of all, he goes berserk. So here's what I was going to ask. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. What do you think? Is it his body that's actually bulking up, or is it just the suit that's bulking up?
It seems to me like where around his neck looks almost like metallic. So I almost think it's a cyborg thing or some sort of like enhancement, like not necessarily like a mech suit, but like like an exosuit, I guess.
Yeah.
So you think like there's like some kind of liquid or something that just hardens or something? So it's not his physical body; it's the suit itself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm watching that scene. I kind of want to see it right. So I know what causes him to jump off. So what happens is Snake comes in, obviously with the chopper.
How does he poop?
Snake loads up some grenades into his M4, and he shoots the grenades, and then he jumps from one section of the bridge, and then he falls or jumps off the next section, and he comes up on the Harrier.
That's right, yeah.
Being piloted by Vamp.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you did this fight. I'm doing this on hard, and I almost felt like I should have died. I definitely would have died because I ran out of rations if it wasn't for Snake. I actually beat it with just enough life left. But one of the reasons I kept getting hit, I went back to doing one of my strats that I remembered. And I think speed strats do this. The section where the stairs, are, you can actually like wall press against them and avoid like I think 90% of his fire.
Yeah,
like,
especially when he shoots those missiles.
Yeah, the missiles,
like
the
gun, they're unblockable or whatever I guess you would call them. But yeah, if you're against the wall. Yeah,
I remember doing that back in the day, and I think that's something speed stratters do. But
I think that's the way you're supposed to do it, isn't it?
I don't know.
Otherwise, you're going to get hit no matter what.
I stood behind one of that like
the
tank
pillars
thing.
I think you can stand behind
it. Oh yeah, I guess the pillars. Yeah.
But the stairs work just fine. But anyways, yeah. So this boss battle, I liked it. I do remember saying I didn't like the Hind D too much in MGS1. I found it boring. I like this one just because he kind of reminds me of a Valstrak. You know, he goes far away, and then you see him like glisten for a minute and just swipes in. You know.
Yeah.
I guess because the chopper it's a little slower than a fucking jet. You know, so this jet definitely makes it fun in my opinion.
I have to disagree.
You don't like this one?
I don't like this fight. I like the Hindy fight way better.
Well, because it's in your memory about the whole the headphones too, right?
Or
not the headphones, but the audio.
Yeah, there's all those cool little Easter eggs and stuff. But my there's a lot of problems with this fight. First of all, the harder it gets, the dumber Snake and Otacon are in that chopper. Like they get in the fucking way more and more. The harder.
They never got in my way. I'll be honest with you, but I did shoot them on purpose.
If you are like on fucking extreme, they are constantly in the way, and you have to lock onto the Harrier and then point away and shoot so that it fucking shoots around them, and you like curve it like Wanted. Like that's the only way.
Like Wanted.
Because that's the only way to do that.
Really. I'm on hard or whatever my version, but I'll be honest with you, they weren't hard at all. But I did shoot them on purpose because I think it's super fun. Because they yell at you like whose fucking side are you on? You know.
But they have a health bar too. Yeah,
they do. Well, yeah. I mean, I shot them like once or twice. I didn't kill them. But they actually shoot. A snake shoots back at you if you shoot him like I think twice for sure. And you aim at him, he'll fucking start shooting at you. Fucking, I thought it was hella funny.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
He actually fucking hella shoots at you.
No, but the main reason I don't like this fight is because I was promised a different Harrier fight. This is where I'm going to start kind of jumping into the whole misleading ass trailer. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because by now...
What did the trailer show?
The trailer showed you fighting the Harrier on the George Washington Bridge as Snake.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Again, I never saw the trailer, so for me, this was fun.
Yeah. So,
but I get why you'd be pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that. There was also... I was also going to mention it when we meet Mr. X, that Mr. X jumps out in front of Snake on the tanker. Like all these scenes, they were... See, these ones I know for sure were misleading. They weren't like, oh, these were last minute changes that we made to the game, like, you know, the running away from the water and the explosions. These were intentionally misleading for them to obviously hide Raiden. So by now, Kriss, you should know these fucking trailers lied to you. You know, especially, you know, this is the second part of the shell section, the plant, where you're like, I'm still not Snake. What's happening? Mm-hmm. You know.
So with that said, real quick. So Kriss, do you think we'll get to play as Snake?
I'm kind of doubting it at this point.
Okay, but what do you think about this fight, Kriss? Do you like it? Did you
the Harrier fight? It was all right. It didn't like stick out to me as like one of my favorites, but it wasn't that bad. I was able to cheese it fairly well, I guess, because there's that like I don't know what you'd call it. There's that dome shaped thing,
like a little water tower almost.
Yeah, I just hid behind that the whole time. Like when he would zoom off, you know, and like you said, he'd do the Valstrax thing and come off. And after he did that a couple times, and I would get shot, and I was like, "Oh, the plane meleeed me," not realizing it was bullets or whatever.
Just clotheslined you.
Yeah. I was like, "What? The plane just melee attacked me." I'll have to. Yeah, I should have.
You should have what?
Panic dive.
Oh yeah, the Superman dive. Nice.
But yeah, after a couple times, I went to hide behind that, and I don't remember even what I was doing when I figured that out, because it wasn't a strategy. And then I learned from doing that he can't hit you. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then there's that part where he's like kind of hovering off the side and he's shooting those like slow missiles at you. Again, I would just hide behind that and nothing would hit me.
What are those slow missiles?
Yeah.
How are they slow missiles?
Right?
Like the flares that almost come out like the Krillin's fucking volleyball attack or that shit was.
Yeah.
What?
Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out of the loop.
I know. Lalulelo.
Which, speaking of cheesing, that part where he comes down to burn you, if you just go down the stairs a little bit, you can still shoot him and avoid the burning.
Okay.
Instead of having to go all the way down the stairs.
Okay. I forgot about that.
If you like jump over the railing and drop down, then there. From there you can. I mean, you can just wait there, but if you drop down, you can still shoot up. But the quickest way is to stand at like a couple stairs down.
Like I said, for me, he only did that once. He did a lot of the Valstrax move. He did a lot of the where he just kind of hovers near you and just machine guns your ass. He did one or two of the slow missiles, and that was about it. Like I said, Snake Nauticon didn't get in my way once. I had no issues with them. Again, I like this fight. I had no beef with it. I don't know. I don't know why this one just I liked it. Maybe because you know what? Maybe just because I felt it different enough in terms of like, I guess what do you call it? The sequel one up. You know, first Metal Gear I ever played was the Solid 1. Technically, I mean, because technically it was the NES port. But anyways, it was the Metal Gear Solid 1, and you fight a Hind D, and then I played this one, and you fight a Harrier, which is, I like jet better, jet greater than or better than a fucking a helicopter in my mind, So that's why I think this fight was cool. I overall like it. Well, I think one of the reasons I really like it too is because after you defeat it, right, you see freaking the jet's going down, and you see Solidus with his fucked up eye, right, and Metal Gear Ray comes out of the water and catches the jet in its mouth.
Yeah.
Here's a question I've always brought up. By the way, it looks badass as hell. But it jumps out of the water, so it was clearly fucking swimming, and then lands on the water and is standing on something.
As if it's treading water, but it's not,
something. Very fucking weird. I've never understood, like...
I think it's got little jets or something like out of his arms that are helping it hover.
You think so? Okay.
I don't really exactly remember, but I
that's kind of what I figured too. Is there some sort of propulsion device that was just like
keeps it
giving
from sinking?
Neutral buoyancy or something? Yeah.
Okay, because then because I'm watching it right now, and he launches these fucking missiles and stuff. So again, this scene is very cool. I remember thinking like, fuck, because remember we did the tanker and only saw Metal Gear destroy the tanker, but didn't fight it, didn't shoot a single bullet at it. So this section was like, remember, you still got Metal Gear, motherfucker. This game is about Metal Gear. So this next section, also very cool. I always love this part. And freaking, what's his name? Solidus looks at Vamp, and he's like, go. And the motherfucker gets out of the Harrier and starts running on the fucking water. Looks super cool.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dude, I thought it was so fucking cool. And he jumps up and he just runs up the fucking pillar. I was like, dude, this, again, solidifying for me where I'm like, oh, because it brings up his little theme music. I'll tell you, I used to actually, I want to say this was probably one of the first video game themes or whatever you call it, scores that I ever downloaded on good old LimeWire or Napster maybe, was the Vamp theme. Because just the fact that he's like, Vamp, go! And, his theme is playing in the background, just kind of subtly.
What is his theme?
Dude, I couldn't hum it to you. It's this little, just look it up, Vamp theme.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hum it on podcast. No, I'm not gonna do that. But it's just a little kind of creepy. Do you know it, Chris? Have you distinguished his theme yet?
No.
You should look it up. It's a cool theme. Anyway, it's just him running on the water and then running up this thing again, solidified why like I want to fight this guy. He's the boss that I was like, I can't wait till I fight this dude. This guy's gonna be fun. He's gonna be hard, if you will, because I've always been the kind of guy that likes speed over or speed and agility over brute strength. Yeah, like whether it be a boss fight or whether it be a character that I play as, I always like being more like agility versus like just a big berserker or something like that.
Bullet sponge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Vamp clearly has been one of those characters where like he's dodging bullets and he's using knives. He's not using a bazooka or none of that shit. He's just a knife and speed is all I need, But anyway, so this section happens, and
I think another thing that kind of pushes me away from this too is that at this point I'm not like terribly impressed with who Solidus is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I'm like, okay, this dude with a suit who probably clearly could have crushed me in his hands jumped into a Harrier to fight me.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know. Like lots of problems that I have. You're gonna start realizing I'm drinking a lot of Haterade.
Trust me.
From here on out.
No, trust me. I love and hate this game. I love a lot of things about it because there's a lot of cool things in this game, but there's a lot of shit I hate about this game. I've said it from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a game that I probably played almost more than Metal Gear 3, and yet I like it least.
This is the one
all of them.
Yeah, this is the one I've played the most. Yeah, even more than one. Mostly because of the dog tags.
Well, for me, it's mostly because it was fucking the shit when it first came out.
Well, the gameplay is almost perfect. That's the thing. It's like it's really, really good gameplay. Actually, I'm lying. The one I played the most is 5, but that's for different reasons. That's not because of replay value.
Okay.
Just why? Because it's huge. it's like a never-ending Metal Gear.
So after this
Metal Gear.
So after this section here, so here's a section I always had a problem with, and I always hated. So you get on a Codec call and you fucking talk to Otacon and Snake, right? You're like, so you're really Snake, you know? And he's like, yeah, whatever. He literally tells you, he's like, but what about the body? It was positively ID. And they tell you that they stole Liquid's body from some facility.
Oh, wait. So I think another save has to happen for Rose to tell you that they did find the body, but it was missing an arm.
I think you're right. I for sure got that Codec call. I haven't saved once, so I might have been one of those forced saves, and I didn't do shit.
Yeah, I think you get a clue that it's, obviously, I mean, we all know by this point, it's not, that Snake is alive.
Yeah.
But this is another clue as to be like, what was the body that they found?
Mm-hmm.
And when they said the arm is missing, you'll be kind of like, oh shit, duh, there's another fucking person that looks like Snake and could be DNA positively ID'd as Snake.
Yeah. Now, and for sure, like I said, there's probably some sections here that I might be misremembering because remember, I sit there and call people for fun, so I don't know which ones are part of the storyline, which was where, Easter egg or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
But yeah, at least in the video I'm watching, like, he literally tells you, like, we stole the body. He's like, yeah, it was a real hassle, but blah, blah, blah. And I remember even back then thinking, like, that seems very stupid. Like, you either had Liquid's body on you just in case you needed to fake Snake's death, or in the short time that the tanker sank and that they brought in the oil tanker to sink, you stole the body and then brought it to that location to dump it in the ocean. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like,
and also, Solidus also went through the effort of getting the arm.
Mm-hmm.
So where did this body end up that both these motherfuckers had access to Liquid's body?
And not only that, but so they never specified, like, when they stole the body, did they replace it with the fake? Or does this organization just say, oh, well, we lost a body, or in this case, Liquid's body, the fucking clone of the greatest soldier ever to have lived? Oh well, just, like don't fucking don't start a manhunt for it. Or at the very least, let's say this is a organization that's also being part of the White House and all that stuff. Like, there's a body that was discovered that's probably Solid's body. Let's go check it out. Oh, wait a minute, it's missing the right arm. Isn't the body we had missing the right arm too? Shit, I don't know. It just seems very silly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of like you, Noise. This is the game that makes me say, what the fuck is going on a lot in terms of, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you're telling me, again, that you stole the body. You're telling me that the Solidus, Solidus goes through this bullshit plan, that he's doing. He was the president, and now he was the third clone. Okay, not just Solidus. Okay, Solidus in terms of, he precedes Liquid and Solidus. He's the perfect clone of
Big
Big
they say
Boss.
that?
Something like that.
When?
I do it again. I make so many protocols I don't know anymore, but they say that he precedes them, which means before them? Precedes?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're triplets, so he can't really precede them by that much.
That's why I'm so confused. Again, but that's what he says. Someone says that he precedes them.
Oh, wait, actually, no.
And
hold on. They never do say if they're triplets, do they?
No, they just say he's another
He's the
brother.
third one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So then you're
remember,
right. Maybe he was... Oh, shit.
But remember this, though. In the first one, in MGS1, they did say that they had like 8.
Yes,
and
there was
that they
killed
6 of them to promote healthy. What was it? A healthy sample or some bullshit like that?
Growth? It was health to make them stronger or something.
Some bullshit like that. It made no sense because they're embryos,
they fucking turned them into smoothies and they fed them to the other 2.
So I always was confused, thinking like, okay, does that mean that freaking there was 8, but then they only kept 5, or does that mean they had 1, kept him, and then made 8, and then left 2 from that batch? But then again, that opens up the door for this whole, like, okay, what if there's another one, Kriss? Maybe there was a 4th snake. Maybe there's a 5th snake.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's 8 snakes. They didn't actually kill all 3 of them. Or 5 of them, or whatever.
It opens up that door for, like, I want to explain this, like, the bullshit cop-out,
Well, it's the retconning that shouldn't be retconned, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The easy out that many movies and all kinds of genre medias fall into, where it's like, well, actually, he never died. He actually just faked his death, and now he's back in this movie. You're like, no, like, you killed him, let him stay dead, or something like that, Yeah,
it was a cutscene.
Yeah, Han, you died. You died in the 3rd Fast and Furious, Han. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like that, So again,
you too, Letty. You're fucking dead.
It's exactly. So again, it was like, he was the 3rd one, and he's perfect, but he looks nothing like Liquid or fucking solid. So I've never understood why.
Actually, can I be that guy?
Yeah. Go.
Actually, they use the exact same 3D model for Solidus and Snake, and they just changed the texture.
Huh. So he has the same bone structure, just different skin.
Well, different hair, I'm assuming, too, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like slick back. But here's the other thing, too, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, and Chris, you might know more than me. I don't know why, but how old? No, I don't know why this guy said Chris.
Chris knows more than you?
No. Just in terms of like the subject matter. I don't know why I thought it. How old do you have to be the president of the United
35.
States? 35.
Yep.
Okay.
And a natural born citizen.
Okay. With that said,
natural.
We know
not in the lab.
You know what?
Well, you can't be. So you can't be a.
Yes, I know. You can't be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Neutralized?
Yeah.
Not neutralized. Whatever that word is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Neutralized?
No.
Neutered?
You can't be dead.
Shut up. No. So actually, this kind of proves more what we were talking about. He came first from a different batch because
that's what I was just. Yeah.
Liquid is Solid and Liquid are younger than in Metal Gear Solid 1.
So Solidus and. Sorry, so Solid and Liquid are the second batch of gremlins, and Solidus is the first batch of gremlins. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And you know what? I never once thought about that. I always just assumed he aged quicker, right?
Oh,
I always assumed they were triplets, but like you said, they say that he precedes them, and also that he had, to be president, you have to be 35. So obviously he's older than that.
And this is a different universe where you don't have to be 35, but I'm assuming it's the same.
Well,
universe.
maybe in your timeline, but yeah, fucking. So that means either he was. I mean, is he the same age as what Big Boss would have been?
Very good questions. And now here's one thing I do remember bringing that up because he looked older, so I was like, he must have come first. But now that you mention it, is he aging faster? Unknown. But here's another question for you too, though. As far as we know, remember, I'm going to skip a tiny bit ahead. The Patriots, which are mentioned later on by the president, control everything.
By the current president.
Well, yeah, the current president in this game are control everything. So, and they pick who the president is. So, as far as we know, they said like, you're a clone and you're only 25 years old. Yeah, you're 35. Fuck it, you're the president. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like they could make it. They could make it work if they really wanted to, according to the president here.
They're what are they called? Man, I remember
the Illuminati.
Not just the Illuminati, but like there was
the Freemasons.
No. More current. I dove super deep into these conspiracy theories, and then that's kind of when I realized, wait a minute, these are just conspiracy theories, and I need to get the fuck out. Like I'm diving too far deep into this, and this is now becoming crazy talk. What are they called? It starts with a B.
B.
Yeah, the something like it was like Obama and the Queen and all these.
Oh hell no, I don't know that.
I've never heard of that. Huh?
Yeah, I was deep, bro.
Well, no.
Go ahead. I'm gonna look this up.
Sure, look it up. But anyway, so you, pretty much Snake reveals that he's Snake the whole time. Here's where you learn. Let me see. I'm kind of skipping forward again. Sorry guys if we're kind of there's more talking in this section than there's physical stuff you do.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna. There's a lot of Codec Calls. If something comes back, I'll bring it up. So after the session here, Chris, I wanted to ask you. The bridge is all kind of blown up, and you can see Ration hanging over to the right, and then you. Sorry. Did you die here at all? That's my question.
Oh yeah. So when I talked about it took me 2 hours. This is actually the part that took me like 2 hours to get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got everything in the end.
You out of the ration.
That killed me a bunch of times. I slipped on the bird poop a couple of times. I kept falling off that pipe bridge thing. I tried to figure out how to get to that other area where those other things were, the ammo and stuff. Yeah, I died a lot.
So you got it. Okay, you got them.
Yeah. So I learned, that you need to cartwheel over there, do your little flip thing. Yeah.
Yes. And in the fire, you need the coolant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that? So here's what question. Now Noise can chime in here whenever he's ready as well. I got a phone call or a text message on that cell phone. Who gives that cell phone? Is it the Ninja?
Mr. X.
Yeah.
Mr. X. Okay. Is this the only time the fucking phone comes into play?
It happened a couple other times for me as well.
Oh,
I don't know if it was because one of those things where it's like I've tried a couple things. The game's so like, fine, we'll tell you how to do it, kind of thing.
What else did it tell you?
I don't remember, but I remember there was one towards the end near where I left off. it had given me a message.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I only got it here, and I knew it was, well, I mean, I would have figured it out, but, I've done this enough that I knew it was the coolant to put off the fires. But it was like, oh, use the coolant tube. And I was like, oh. I was like, huh, okay. I was like, I don't remember ever getting anything from this phone, but sure. But yeah, you get you get all the stuff here, right? And it's this next section here. I always found it funny because on your way to the core in B1 or in Shell 1, those platforms fall off when you're trying to run across them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this section here, it clearly shows you a little cutscene of the thing being loose and falling. Kind of get what I'm saying? I felt like it's like, why are you showing me this now when I already know these things fall, right?
Yeah.
So you get this little section, which I always liked fucking doing. I always thought it was fun. You get the guard that's taking a nice little whiz.
Mm-hmm.
Did you at all take a shower, Chris?
No,
You did not?
I figured that would get me caught, so I was like, oh, how do I get around this? So I tried pushing up against the wall first, and it wouldn't do that, thinking I would like slide by the wall. And I was like, oh, I'll just, hang over the rail and walk or, wiggle over or whatever, hang over, and then flip back up again. So that's what I did.
Actually, I skipped one of those sections. I told Luis, I said that I was wondering if this section would take you a while at all. Before you get to him, you had to crouch and then, what do you call it? Sidle?
Yeah.
Did you figure that out, Chris?
Yes. Yeah, where you had to, there's that like part hanging down. Yeah, I did that.
Okay. Because I remember me and Luis were talking about it at work or something like that. And I kind of thought, I was like, you know what? Knowing Chris, this section will probably take him fucking forever. Because you just won't think like crouch and sidle. You'll be trying everything, So I'm kind of glad you got that pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, I thought back to MGS1 with the crane.
Yeah.
Except that you can move while you're crouched in this one. That's the only time.
That's the only reason why you thought, because exactly that's what Noise said. He said, he's like, yeah, man, if only you can have that in the MGS1 for the crane part. I'm like, yeah, no shit, I think we actually even kind of barely touched on it in that original episode. But anyways, so when a guard's taking a piss, it's super funny actually. So you can stand underneath him, you won't get caught, and he will pee forever. He won't stop until like you pass him. So you can actually sit under him, and you can call Colonel, and Colonel gives you a little dialect. Which again, I wish it was Trophy. It's not. Yeah. And he's all like, oh, right, and my sympathies. He's like, it is called Wetworks after all, and Rose is like, it's okay, right, and just make sure you take a shower as soon as you get home, okay? Yeah. I think it's hella funny. And you can just sit there and go in first person view and look straight up, and that shit's just splattering all over your face. So I always thought it was super funny. Just sit there forever.
Chris, didn't you going earlier to the part where you had to like cartwheel over the exploded part?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you get something that usually like most people don't get? Somebody mentioned it in your stream.
Huh?
I know there was a part they had mentioned I had gotten the suppressor.
Yes.
For the AK, and I didn't equip it.
Yeah. So
that whole time. Yeah.
So German, he did the impossible jump and cartwheeled over that whole fucking thing instead of because there's two ways around that part.
What's the second way?
The second way is you hang off the right side and drop down to where the bird poop is.
And then you climb up there.
But then you can't get that suppressor.
Yeah, you can't go back up to the fire.
Because like the fire comes up. And
well, I think it's just too high.
Oh yeah, that's how I did it. Yeah, that's how I did it most of the time. And then I found out once I found out you can do the cartwheel to get over there, that's how I did that. And then I dropped down and got that ration way out the end and went back.
Oh, then you went back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just remembering that. I was like, wait, didn't Chris do like the fucking impossible jump?
Mm-hmm.
That cartwheel side, that part's always kind of, it's funny looking because every time you cartwheel, you don't jump nearly as far. So it really makes you feel like I shouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah.
But you do. Yeah. So again, whatever.
But yeah, anyways, back to the golden shower.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. nothing much. I just thought it was funny. I would just sit there and just for fun and just kind of be like, how much piss does this guy have?
Yeah.
I just love what he says because he's just like, oh, I'm going to piss my pants.
Yeah, something like that. It's super fucking funny, super awkward.
I will say one part, I think right after that or shortly after that, where you come up to another like strut, I think it is. And there's those windows outside there, and the guards are going back and forth between them. Yeah. So I was crawling along that because I was like, oh, they're just looking out the window. They're not going to see me. I'm going to crawl along. And there's that part where, again, the little gray is loose, and it does that little tiny cut scene.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just long enough
that you weren't able to get up.
That, yeah, you can't get up and anything. So I was like, I'm screwed. And then the next time I did it, it didn't do the cut scene. I was able to crawl over it, no problem.
Huh.
By the time it fell, I was already past it. I was like, "You're kidding me! That cutscene is what screwed me over."
Yeah, I won't lie. I don't remember if that guy will take a piss if you're in alert status, but I got caught there. Somehow, I don't know how I got caught. So then, the guards, they're shooting out the window at you. They actually lean out the window and shoot at you. And, I'd put him to sleep and I was waiting and for some reason in this section here, the alert status takes forever to disappear. Because again, I don't remember, but I wanted to see if it was a trophy getting the golden shower. And I want to say he won't take a piss if there's an alert going on for some reason, kind of like that whole, like that one guard in the tanker and all that. And so anyways, I got caught like 4 or 5 times in just one goddamn session. I'm not even joking, man. I was so fucking annoyed. And yeah, anyway, so just being at the window, I got caught too many times in that goddamn window section there. So I was a little fucking annoyed. Interesting, actually, now you bring it up, I still always hate, again, here's another mechanic that breaks the game, that makes me feel, why can't you climb in that window? There's like no reason why you can't climb into that window and proceed into the whatever shell that is there. Because I've always remembered, I guess I'll say it, if you look at your map, there's 2 shells that are completely grayed out because they're damaged. You never get to go in them.
Yeah.
One of them is labeled like the oil room or some shit like that, and the other one's labeled like another warehouse. I think it's called just warehouse or some shit like that. Again, I just always kind of thought like, what were those rooms? Like, what was in them? Like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of makes me sad that they were there and you never got to go in them. Never got to see them.
Yeah.
Sorry if I spoiled it a little bit. You don't go in them, Kriss. So just throwing it out there.
I found it. I found the conspiracy theory group.
What is it?
It's called the Bilderberg Group.
Bilderberg?
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it, but yeah, it was like the whole, like, these are the people of the New World Order. So it was like, Obama and the Queen and whoever the hell else was in charge at the time. But yeah, that's for all those conspiracy theorists out there, that's who, like, the
Bilderberg? What is it?
Bilderberg.
Bilderberg.
So the reason they call them the Bilderberg Group is because they would meet at a building called the Bilderberg Building or some shit like that. And you would actually see all these people go there. And so that's what, like, kind of reinforced the conspiracy, because it was just like, well, wait a minute, there's the fucking president, there's the Queen, there's, whoever else, and that's what kind of like created that whole conspiracy theory. It was like, what the fuck are these people doing? They meet here annually. Like, what is going on? But it was probably like some kind of gala or some bullshit.
Yeah, no shit. With that said, with the conspiracy theories and all that shit said, well, I will get to that in a minute here. So you get past the golden shower and then you go inside.
Oh, by the way, actually, from this point on, actually not even from this point on, but from the moment you start escaping with the ninja, I'm always wearing the BDU. I stopped
you
wearing...
mentioned that last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Not just for aesthetic reasons, because I hate the skull suit, but it does help with how, I don't know if it's the range or how quickly enemies will spot you. So it delays it or it shortens their view. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does help. Because I've noticed in this next part that you're about to talk about, where like after the golden shower, there's a spot where you kind of have to hang to get past this part where there's 2 guards, and another piece of the broken bridge. They kind of show up and they're like looking around like, what the hell's going on? And you like hang and you can like go past them. But if you are not wearing the BDU, they'll fucking spot you from days away. But if you're wearing the BDU, it's almost like they don't see you, or it takes them a little bit longer to catch you. And also depending on the difficulty, like if they're on extreme, obviously they can see a little further. But I remember that's when I first started noticing. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Is it because I'm wearing this camouflage? Like there's no way that it still affects it. Like,
affects
just
it
enough. Yeah.
I was going to say, well, because the ninja does say that he points out like that there's 2 different uniforms. Only the ones in the core wear that one you're wearing. The ones on the outside wear like a grayer color. And they even point out that the ones on the outside use AK or whatever, and the ones on the inside use the other gun, the KN or some shit like that.
Yeah, the ones on the outside use the M4, and then the ones on the inside use the AK.
It's something like that. The point is, like, I found it odd that she points that out. So maybe, yeah, you're right. It's like, don't get caught wearing the wrong uniform in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of like, hey, is that one of our... No, that's not it. That's one of ours.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so maybe you have some valid reason with that, because I never wear it after that. So maybe they kind of see the uniform, they think, oh, it's my dude, but they're like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be. They should be wearing gray or some shit like that,
Yeah, if I could wear it all the way to the end, I would.
But yeah, so you get to this next section, and there's a conversation with Olga, and it pulls up the director mic.
Mm-hmm.
I won't lie, her conversation, I'm sure it's nothing really too important. She's talking to Solidus, by the way. As far as I remember, there's nothing of importance here. But you get a next little section that is very reminiscent to Metal Gear Solid 1. And actually,
more like VR.
The other ones. Well, no, the other one's what the electrified floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now remember, my first playthrough ever, I'd only play these two. So I had seen, what do you call it? The deja vu purposes of like, okay, there's a fucking ninja. Okay, the whole, like, watch out, there's mines.
Yeah.
And, like, you're starting to see this pattern, right? And you're like, okay, here we go again. Go get in the Kina missiles and do the same thing over again, So I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I doing this shit, So you gotta go get the Kitas, which are downstairs in the flooded basement.
Yeah.
Did you get the Nikitas and then go all the way immediately right back, Kriss, or did you kind of explore the water area a little bit more?
Oh, I pretty much went right back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because there's nothing good. Because there's nothing forward to the vamp room. It's locked, and then they'll tell you to go back. So I remember thinking like I don't know why it was in the flooded area to begin with, because it makes you want to go more forward. But no, you got to go back. So here's one of the notes I wrote down. So you go talk to the president, which, by the way, I forgot he does this. I'm still confused on why he does. Why does he grab your fucking junk?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was weird.
He grabs it and he's like, "Oh, you're a man," or something. I was like,
"Yeah." Like, are you surprised? Hello?
Yeah, which if he was a woman, what reaction was he expecting?
No shit. To this moment, unless there's something later on in the game that I forgot about, makes no sense why he did that. It's mind baffling to me. So anyways, he tells you about super secret Metal Gear that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you that there's because he says, "Oh, Metal Gear's already active." He's like, "Nope, that's Ray." He goes, "The new one is called Arsenal Metal Gear."
No, Arsenal
Gear. Sorry, Arsenal Gear. You're right. Here's another section that I probably didn't think about the first time, my first time playing, but now I'm like definitely like, wait a minute, because he tells him like, "Hey man," it's like, "So you're with them?" And he goes like, "Yeah, if you asked me an hour ago, I would have said yes. I wanted more power." He's the one that reveals to you the Patriot. And actually, speaking of, I think I want to say, give me a second, I'm fast forwarding to the section real quick. Did you have trouble? Actually, by the way, Kriss, did you have trouble getting the circuit board or the motherboard, whatever you want to call it, like getting into the present with the Nikita?
Oh, like I did it first because I was doing it from that like southernmost area. And
because there's multiple places you can.
Yeah. And then I called the colonel, I think it was, or maybe he called me, and he's like, "Oh, try different areas to get in there," and something about the southwest room. And I was like, "What southwest room? Like, I'm in the south right now. There's nothing to the west." And there's that room that has like those turrets.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Oh, that must be what they mean." So I threw a chaff grenade in there and got up on top of that box and did it and got it first try.
But by the way,
wait. You threw a chaff grenade and you got in there and you shot the Nikita while the chaff grenade was still going?
No, after it
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you would have blowed yourself up, buddy.
Well, I was going to say, first and foremost, I saw that room and I don't know how they didn't get caught. I literally walked in there and then saw them like, whoop, and I turned back around. They didn't shoot a dime on me. So I'm just going to throw this out there, Kriss. Why didn't you just shoot the fucking turrets?
I thought about that, and in fact, I think someone had mentioned that in my chat too. And the only thing that came back to mind for me was that from MGS1 when I got stuck in that room when Liquid Snake reveals himself, and so that's the only thing I thought it was. Oh, it's worthless. Just don't do it. And so I just didn't. And I remember, I think it was Spy had joked about doing that. Spy or someone else had joked about like, "Oh, just shoot the turrets or something." And I was like, ha ha ha, real funny. And I just didn't take it seriously.
That is one thing this series does have a problem doing. Like, they'll teach you one-off things and then they'll break it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the rest of the series, you kind of just like, okay, so that's the new rule. I can't shoot these, turret cameras or whatever. This series does kind of do that to you, where it's just like, but you just, in the last game I couldn't shoot him in that one gas room, whatever. Like you just said, it's You kind of have to find like the ones where, okay, this was definitely a one-off. This was a scripted fucking room. No matter what I did to these cameras, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you don't know that until you fucking play it multiple times, where you're like,
Well, with that said, then Chris, so you shot down the ciphers, right, or did you just use chaff grenades for them too?
I used traffic grenade for them as well. The only one you didn't even shoot that one down. I was gonna say on the bridge with the Simtex, but no, I mean I did shoot it down, and then it exploded. But yeah, I think there was a couple times after this all happened that some of the ciphers with the guns I would shoot down.
Okay.
But I haven't shot down any of the camera ciphers yet.
Okay. Well, that I just never thought about asking that. Like, so if you can shoot the body 3 times, then they'll explode, or you can shoot like either the camera or the turret once and it'll blow up.
Oh, I didn't realize. Because I shot the body once and it didn't do anything. And so I was like, oh, it must have some sort of armor or something, which makes sense to me because they want to protect it, you know. But
Chris
then I shot.
expects to one-shot everything.
Yeah.
Like, nope, didn't work. Nope. Moving on.
Three body shots and it blows up, or one to the head, if you will.
Yeah, I shot the camera or gun part and it blew up. So I was like, oh, that's what you got.
No, yeah. Three body shots will do it. So with that said, have you shot any of the regular cameras that are out in certain locations? No, you just chaff grenaded or sneak by them?
Yep.
Oh, okay, awesome, Chris. Damn, you're definitely making the game harder for yourself.
And I was gonna say you could do that in the first game, right? You could shoot the cameras in the first game.
Yeah, I don't think I tried it.
No, because you can't. Yeah, there's no first person.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
you can blow them up with a grenade, but then you alert everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you can also use Nikita.
Yeah, but then you alert everybody again.
Not Nikita. What's the other one? Stinger.
The Stinger. Yeah.
Stinger. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to blow them. To get rid of them is you have to blow them up. But at that point, you're just like, well, just might as well alert the whole fucking room.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So you get the aims, and he.
You mean president?
Sorry, the president. What's his name, anyways?
Hold
on, I just saw it right now.
President. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on.
John.
His name is Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what his full name is, but anyways, so
first name Long.
Long Johnson. Long Johnson.
What is this?
You don't know that?
No.
Chris, do you?
No, I don't recognize it.
You don't know that? Oh my god!
No.
Please look up the Long Johnson cat right now. We cannot proceed without you watching this. Both of you, look this up.
Old Long.
You've been given homework.
Not old, just Long Johnson.
Oh. Old.
This is an early meme.
Yeah.
This is like back
cat video.
Yeah, this is like back in the days of like Ninja Cat. Remember Ninja Cat?
Nope. I know Piano Cat.
You don't know Ninja Cat? Ninja Cat is like this little kitty who's like waving his hands up in the air like he's about to fucking beat the shit out of this other cat, and then the other cat just pounces on him.
Freaking cat.
Oh my gosh.
You see the whole Long Johnson one?
Yeah.
But anyway, so the president here reveals to you the Patriots. This is the first time we're officially starting to get told who the Patriots are.
And this is the seed that almost destroyed my life, falling into conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, 100%. Chris, we're not joking you when we said, remember this came out in 2002.
Yeah.
And this was with the
2001.
This is with good old President George Bush and World Trade Center.
Any excuse to
well, I mean,
also everything very suspicious still to this day.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I think it's human fucking nature to just not trust, what you're told and stuff like that,
And the U.S.
some people believe anything they're told.
That's true.
But the U.S. at this point also has a history, at least with adults that were older than us at the time. Like they had already, been against the original Iraq War, and before that, the Vietnam War. There's already things that were kind of like, we don't agree with what's going on, and they don't seem right. Like,
well, yeah, I mean,
and fucking what's his goddamn name? Richard Nixon was literally, fucking cheating the government and doing shit, with Watergate and all that stuff. Like, we kind of had an excuse to have that ingrained in us, from either our parents or previous generations or from the history books or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so
you have,
with President Kennedy's assassination, you have freaking.
That's the biggest. Jesus.
There's one what's his name? Fuck, I got his name right now, but he's a colonel, and he took the blame for fucking selling weapons to Contras in Guatemala or some shit like that.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about.
Oliver North.
Okay, yeah.
Ollie North. He took the blame. Who was the president during his time? Was it Nixon?
The
Shit.
Contras.
Well. Anyways, like it's there.
Johnson?
Maybe it was Johnson. I don't remember. But point being is this section here. I don't know, Chris. You as your first time playing this, or as being an adult now versus us being freaking teenagers when we played this.
And not susceptible to conspiracies, I'm guessing, at this point in your life.
Not as much, at least, because I mean, I'm still not very susceptible, but I still question shit, But anyways,
in a healthy manner. Now.
In a healthy way, because then I'll research it instead of saying like, nope, that's it, it's fucking lizard people.
Well, I mean, the Zuck for sure.
No other explanation.
This whole section here. How did this section strike you? President Johnson reveals a big Patriots control everything. They control who the president is. They pretty much
they decide everything.
Orchestrate everything and anything. And Arsenal Gear is Arsenal Gear. He talks about in this section here makes me laugh about how relevant it still is to this day. Is it him or is it Emma? Am I jumping the gun about
I think you're jumping
data?
the gun.
Okay, I'm jumping the gun. So Arsenal Gear, just pretty much, Patriots. Sorry, going back to Patriots, controlling everything. How did this section go through you? Were you kind of like whatever, or you're like, damn, that's kind of crazy if you think about it?
I can definitely see how, as a younger adult or child, teenager, whatever, that you would see like, wait, what? Holy crap! Yeah, it's just because, like you say, a lot of it is like it's vague enough that it can fit a lot of situations, but it's also specific enough that it fits a lot of situations. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like you can do that with pretty much any presidency. You can do that with pretty much any regime, any country, anything. It's just like there's always going to be some sort of shadow organization. There's always going to be some sort of what's really going on behind the curtains, and who's the man behind the curtain that's controlling everything and that kind of thing. So it's one of those things where I think it's one of the things I think that Kojima did well in that, making us think like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Kind of makes you second guess what's actually going on, and whether or not that was intent or just to make you think about things that are going on in the world or whatever. I think that's one of the things he did really well in this game. So,
well, especially remember when this game, right? Is it this one when it starts off? It says like all events are all fucking coincidence, right?
Yeah, all characters are fictional and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember going like, because remember I did the tanker mission a million times.
That's the first time I ever read that, and then I remember reading that in this game for the first time ever, and then I remember kind of starting to see that in future movies. Because they're I guess they have to like let their audience know like, hey, this is a work of fiction.
Yeah, this is
don't
fake.
Believe it. Don't take this to heart. All right, like.
Well, so like I said, and Chris, you brought up a very good point. Because I just said that how this is still very relatable today. I guess it is vague enough that you could stick it anywhere and it would be like, Well,
that's what makes conspiracy theories work so well.
Yeah.
Because like Chris said, you can apply it to any government, any president at any time.
Any war, any what do you call it? Point in history, because again, remember the tanker, like it was a cover up to build Arsenal Gear. What happened during our time, our lifetime in the World Trade Center? You were like, was it an inside job? Because immediately after the towers fell, immediately it's an inside job. It's fake. Blah blah blah. The government is like, it really, you said you could stick it anywhere and it would fit the narrative. But I didn't want to speak up here. So we're wrong about all of this. It was actually the president who tells you that this is what it says. He was the third snake, preceded by solid and liquid. Wait.
Oh.
Preceded by.
So,
no,
so solid and liquid were first.
No, preceded by.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, no.
Yeah.
No, he came first, preceded by liquid and solid.
No, because if someone precedes you, they're before you.
Yeah. So, like the example, your what's the phrase? Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on this word?
Your older sister precedes you.
No,
your
my brain, my God.
Your own grandpa?
You are your own grandpa.
Yeah, yes, your own grandpa precedes you. Your reputation precedes you.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Which means, like, they've heard about you, and now they see you acting like, oh, this must be you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, according to this then,
means
he's after?
So he's the younger brother.
Yeah.
Solidus is younger.
Yeah, I guess.
But since either they aged him up, but remember, so I don't know if we're jumping the gun or not here.
No, yeah. Yeah, I know. So either they aged them up or they just didn't care and they're like, yeah, you're 35, you're the president. Because again, if what the president's saying is true, they could falsify any document, anything they need. They can drive any narrative they wanted.
Because if his hair is as white as it is now, which it means it's as gray and white as it was during Big Boss's time. And this is supposedly the year 2007 right now. And Shadow Moses happened in
2005, wasn't it?
Sorry, the year is 2009 now.
I was gonna say 9.
The Tanker was 2007.
Yeah.
And then Shadow Moses was 2005. So yeah, I mean, they had to have passed him off as a 50 to 60-year-old.
Must have.
So
falsified paperwork.
So he
Show
was
us the birth certificate. Show us the birth
Yeah.
certificate.
Jesus, man, that was a debacle. That's around the time of the Bilderberg stuff. That's why I'm surprised you didn't hear about that.
Nope.
Oh man. Anyway.
But anyway, so he tells you about the Patriots. Now, Chris, I don't know if I should jump this gun noise about Patriots and Lalilulelo.
Does he? Well,
he says Patriots.
Well, the assumption that the Lalilulelo is the Patriots is already kind of hinted at when Scott Dolph says it.
At least did you make that connection, Chris?
I did not personally know, but it makes sense.
Yeah, because Ocelot says to the Patriots, and then Scott Dolph says the Lalilulelo ?
Yeah.
So yes, they are one and the same.
Okay. I mean, I still don't know who they are.
Yeah,
I just know them by name.
The Patriots. Yeah. Come on, they're the Patriots.
Right. The football team.
Does he? Hold on.
Which did you notice? Since from that year they started winning like almost every single goddamn Super Bowl.
No.
Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't believe this noise. Of all people, E-Rock started talking about that in my stream. He's like, wait, the football team?
Of sports?
Yeah.
Like sports ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he bored or what was happening?
I don't know.
But anyway, so yes, the connection has been kind of hinted. Again, first playthrough, definitely, I don't think I made it right away. But the Patriots are the Lalilulelo. Now, we'll get to that later on more, because I think there's a section about it.
Does he say how many Patriots there are here?
I don't think so.
Okay. They just show a little picture of like the Wiseman committee. There's like 10, 10 like kind of little, little pictures
with their like eyes blanked out.
Oh yeah, there was like little squares or rectangles over their eyes. I was like, what the heck is that for? Like, they have other distinguishing features. You'll still be able to tell who they are.
Yeah, they show 12 of them.
Yeah, I think they do. Now, here's what's funny about this. Here's what I was going to bring up on this section here. So remember, he joined them willingly. Because remember that access code needed his okay and his mental okay as well, right?
Yeah.
And he says it an hour ago I would have, but now I'm not because he says Solidus wants to actually like go against them. I actually wanted to join them, right? He wanted to use.
Solidus wants to fight the Patriots.
The Patriots, yeah. Versus the president here wanted to actually join and wanted to become a member of them, if you will. So this next section here kind of makes me. This is the first time I've ever really made this connection. So he goes, okay. He goes, I've told you everything there is to tell me. He goes, now. He goes, you must kill me, right? And he's trying to get you to shoot him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ocelot comes in and kills him for you, right?
Yeah.
Well, they just said it needs to be willingly fucking inputted by him. He's already not willing. Why? What does killing do to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, what is the purpose of killing
him?
Yeah,
it's I mean, there's a lot of things that they talk about and then they will directly contradict themselves later on. That is definitely one of them comes to mind. Yeah,
because I remember I was like wait a minute, I was like, unless they meant the first one needs to be willing and then all the other ones just need to be him, maybe. I mean,
because I'm pretty sure they said it had to be like he had to be alive or whatever. He had to be well, like in good condition. I thought they had mentioned at one point, like he has to be taken care of or whatever, and that's why the president was asking him to kill him.
But again, so I was just under the impression that like if he changed his mind, then he's not willing, so it shouldn't accept his biometrics or whatever. So again, it was.
So is that why Ocelot shot him? Because he's like, well, he's not going to cooperate anymore.
Maybe. I mean, well, it's Ocelot, so he has a bunch of fucking reasons to what he does.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ocelot comes in and shoots him, I remember the first time I played this, I actually thought he was going to die of a heart attack as well. Especially since Ames just died as a fucking heart attack,
Yeah.
So you get to this next section, and then when you tell... It's funny, when... Chris, I remember last episode, you said you didn't feel Colonel as sus. Do you feel him as sus now? Or still no?
slightly more, but not significantly. Not as much as the last game.
Because when you call him and you're like, Colonel, you're like, the president is dead. He goes, what did he say? Hold on. I see. He goes, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway,
he's basically just like, yeah, move on to the next thing now.
Yeah. It's very, very like, oh, shit, okay. Anyways.
Which I understand that to a certain extent because you're on a time limit to do this stuff.
But he was your priority from the beginning.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was hard to tell if it was one of those ways where it was a contradicting in writing, or if it was this is the way it was supposed to be.
We're soldiers, and you just gotta move on.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like Colonel is the embodiment of Chris's just attitude towards the whole story. He's just like, yeah, just okay, all right, let's go.
You know what I thought was funny is Raiden for me for a minute. It was like after I don't know what section, he literally just goes like, "What are my orders?" Like he's like,
yes,
all right, what's next, dude? Like everything he does, like every time he's like Colonel, Fat Man's been defeated. He's like, what do I do? He's like, oh, you gotta go rescue president, but the hostages, never mind. And so eventually he's like, what are my orders?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't fucking know anymore.
He's learning the life of a soldier, basically. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. He's accepting like just go with it, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of, he does bring up a very good conversation. I don't remember who again, because I should really write down the good conversations, whether I made them or whether it was part of the storyline cutscenes. He brings up a very good conversation to Snake about like following the mission blindly or some shit like that. And Snake says he goes a friend of mine or my best friend or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Once told me he goes. Soldiers aren't tools to be used by the government or some shit like that. And he's like, I'm only good at fighting, but at least I believed in what I was fighting for, or something like that. Reference.
I'm pretty sure that was a storyline thing.
Okay, Gray Fox there.
I think it's right after the Harrier fight that
possibly then
that Snake tells Raiden, yeah,
when he reveals himself, yeah, possibly. So anyways, like Raiden is definitely like on that verge of like, am I a good soldier, just blindly following orders, or am I doing fighting for what I believe in, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's questioning what's right and wrong and where do my loyalties fall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of, hold on, quick rewind here. Solidus looks at Jack, at fucking Raiden here, and he says, like, doesn't he say, like, he looks familiar, or I know him somewhere? I want to say he says something like that. Let me go back to that scene real quick. I swear to God, when he's like leaning up against that the wall there, he says, like, huh? He goes, why does he look familiar? Kriss, am I wrong? Am I right?
I don't remember that.
Let me see real quick.
No.
I don't remember either.
So let me see. I'm right here. Give me a second. 2 seconds. Rewind. Okay, right around here.
It's been like 5 seconds now, by the way.
You don't know how to count, Kriss.
Oh, doesn't he say, like, it's been a while, Jack, or something?
No.
No?
No. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. I'm like seconds away from him. I'm watching. Give me a second. Okay, he's leaning up against the door. I've been waiting for you. A messenger from the Patriots.
He
just says, he says this. Where do I know you from?
Really? I don't think
where do I know
noticed
him
him
from?
saying that.
He's kind of whispers to himself, and then that's it. That's the only time he mentions it. So just throwing that out there.
Okay.
He says, "I know him somewhere." Okay. So anyway, so then.
Oh no, I was confusing with when Liquid's arm goes, "It's been a while, brother."
Oh.
which he like Ocelot used his hand he made it into like a duck shape, and he was like, "It's been a while, brother." Just picture that. The duck hand.
The duck hand.
Oh my God! Just imagine the whole game like that.
Dude,
every time Liquid talks, it's just.
If he actually moved his fucking hand. Oh my God!
Please, somebody mod the PC version to do that.
I would believe it at this point. Kojima did that shit. God damn it!
Be great. With sunglasses on.
Yeah. Recognize me now, brother.
Just puts you know what I imagine? Just a fucking sock with like some blonde hair, like
with the blonde hair,
with
yes,
glasses,
and drawn on 6-pack.
Yes. So every time he's gonna take over the body, he just
oh my God.
back into his pocket, pulls out the sock. It's me, brother.
I just came up with the greatest idea. Nobody steal this. We're gonna do Metal Gear Solid, but with sock puppets.
With sock puppets, hell yeah, dude.
Let's do this.
And he needs to do that line from The Matrix. Mr. Anderson, surprised to see me.
Oh my God.
But so yeah, I love that imagery. Fucking Ocelot talking with his hand and a sock. That's fucking awesome. That's hilarious, dude. Someone
that would make
please.
more sense though.
Yeah,
that makes more sense than what's actually happening. Anyway,
so you go back into the water, and you freaking you go find you go to EE, which is Ocelot's sister. And before that, you're confronted by my favorite villain. I don't think of all the series, but definitely of this game, Vamp. It's just sitting on this water.
Do you swim to this part or no?
Yeah, you swim to this section here.
Oh, okay. How'd you have fun with that in the first time through?
I actually didn't die. I used a bunch of rations, but I never died. I hate the controls.
Yeah, they're pretty crappy.
To me, they didn't seem that responsive.
Do you use joystick or D-pad?
I use joystick.
D-pad for me works a little better.
Okay.
I've gotten used to it after many playthroughs, but at the beginning, I do remember, just pitching up and down was a bitch.
Did you hit any of the mines?
Oh yeah, I pretty much hit all the mines. Like,
Did you find Raven?
Yeah.
Raven, no.
Yeah, there's in one of the little hallways. There's same little figurine.
The little figurine from the tanker.
No, I didn't see that.
Yep, he's just floating about.
Huh.
I saw it my first time ever, and I was like, "Ooh, what's he doing here?"
Yeah.
But I apparently found a secret item in there. I think.
What?
I picked up. I don't remember what it was.
Body armor.
I think
body armor. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you also get night vision goggles down here. At least I did.
I don't remember if I got those or not. There were a couple things I picked up that I didn't pay attention.
I don't remember if it's that or if it's the thermals.
No, thermals I've had for a while.
Yeah, thermals I had before.
And this is
where did you get the thermals, Chris?
I don't remember, but I had the thermals.
Because you can get it's the first item you could actually get in the plant.
Okay. It might have been then. I'm not sure.
In the locker or where?
No, so if you dive down and back into the water, the
the bottom there. In the very beginning. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where I got it. Yes. Okay.
Oh really? You found them there? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know where they are usually. They must be in like F strut.
They must be in F. That's what I was gonna say. F seems like it would have everything.
But since I always pick them up right at the beginning, I honestly don't remember where the intended pickup is. But yeah,
same here. There. It must be in F. A and then like I said, I was like, I wonder where night vision is. It's supposed to be here.
I think you're right. I think this is night vision goggles.
Okay, because I'm telling you, this is also where I got my PSG 1T. So, because I remember I used it on Vamp. So I was like, yeah. So I didn't catch it inside of And now here's the funny thing: I must have done in my first playthroughs ever, but I didn't do it this time for sure. But anyways, going back to the Vamp here. So you walk in, and now here's the reason why I say he's moving faster than what we thought in his first introduction, just doing his little flamingo dance there. Raiden actually shoots at him. Flamenco. Raiden actually shoots him, and he dodges these bullets. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty fucking slick. What did you think of this fight, Chris? How did this fare for you?
First few times I died. Actually, the first time I died, because I remember I got to this fight, and it was getting close to the time I had to make dinner.
Oh yes.
So I tried it once, and I failed, and I had to get off. And I remember like, it's probably gonna take me a while to get through this fight. So I remember I booted up and I was in the fight and I tried once and I lost because I remember like, I can run and gun with the handgun because I was trying to do that with the machine gun with the M4 I think it was, and I didn't know at the time that if you press lightly, you just hold it and you could, run around. So it just was shooting for me. I was like, okay, that's not going to work. So I was like, I'll try the handgun. I'll try running and gunning, And that it didn't go great. It wasn't bad, but it didn't go great for me because he jumps up on the top there and does all that stuff. And so I ended up dying because I didn't have my rations equipped or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, and then I came back a third time. And because I like to use what ammo is in the room as a context clue as what guns you can use or what guns are best. And I noticed that the RGB was up there. So I was like, oh, that's right. I have that weapon. Let me try that too. And so it was one of those things where, when he's walking around on the level that you are, and he has that like red aura around him. Mm-hmm. And if you shoot him with any of the other guns, he'll dodge it and he'll like appear somewhere else, and you shoot him again, he'll dodge it, and then he's right under you. And that's usually when I would shoot him to get the damage off. Well, I didn't know with the RGB, you shoot when he's in that red mode, he still takes damage.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
So that's how I beat him.
So did you, by any chance though, did you get pinned by a special move?
Yeah.
Okay, you did.
But again, I just used the RGB and it would take damage and it would end.
Okay. How do we avoid that special move?
Yeah. Did you by any chance?
There's something the game teaches you right at the beginning at the tanker. When Otacon is explaining the M9 to you, Snake goes in the first person view and he shoots something.
And you shoot the orb thing and that works?
No. Remember, there's lights at the tanker in the back, at the bow,
Remember
or the
how we
stern.
praised
Sorry, we
this
keep
game
calling
for
it the bow.
being-
It's the stern. Damn it.
Remember we praised this game for being so detailed in all the little things you can do?
You talking about during the Olga fight or something else?
No, at the
the
very,
very
beginning.
Like after you before
Right
you even
before
get
you-
control of your character.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember now.
Otacon scolds you for cigarettes, and then he's like, "Here's your M9," and fucking the game literally is like, you can go in the first person with R1, and then Snake aims and he aims at something and he shoots it.
The lights?
Yes, you can shoot lights as well as cameras.
Oh, okay.
So-
I do remember doing that in the beginning part. Yeah, wasting my
Yes.
ammo on that. But yeah.
Yes, but you can do that in the vamp fight. That's literally why they were teaching you that.
Okay.
So if you shoot those lights, he can't pin your. What he's doing is he's pinning your Peter Pan shadow to the ground, and you can't move.
Then I
Now-
must be thinking of something else, because there was like a little like purple pink orb that would go out, and I would get stuck in that, and Raiden would be like,
a little
"On my
gravity
body, I
beam."
can't move." Yeah,
What?
I think he shoot. I didn't see it, but hold on.
yeah.
So
it happened twice during my fight.
A
Well,
pink
3 times because
orb.
it happened one other time. Once
on the
during
floor.
one of the other
On the
fights.
floor.
No, it's like a sphere, and I don't know if he throws it out or if it just appears
We
there.
know what an orb is.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
It's like
I was
It's
just
like
describing
a
what an
sphere.
orb
It's
is.
like it's like hot and wet, you know, at the same time.
Jeremy just described humidity.
Chris just described the fucking
Yeah,
sphere. It's like
it's
round
happened to all of
and-
us
and-
now.
But it's
Complete
third
set.
dimensional. It's a third dimensional circle.
Yeah.
Damn, Chris.
But it's like it almost looks like those lightning balls you have. You know, you touch them and it like does the little arcs to your fingers.
Yeah.
So it looks like that, but like you're stuck inside of it. Like it touches you and you just can't move. You can move around, turn, but you can't like walk anywhere.
Bro, I do not know what you're fucking talking about. Hold on here.
Part of me wants to
I'll have to
say
clip it or
know what
I'm
you're
searching
talking
it
about.
right now.
But so what for sure what we're talking about, Chris, is he will throw a knife at your shadow,
that never happened to me.
and it literally locks you into place.
That's why when you're like, I can't move.
Right, look up the fight, because I want to say I think I've seen something like that too, but I don't remember. But speaking of, we mentioned this earlier about ninjas and something like that. You know me, I call all the time, and fucking you call Snake, and you're like, man, he does this thing where I can't move. You know, he says he hit my shadow and I can't move or some shit like that. And Snake literally says like, you mean like ninjutsu? And,
What? I don't remember. I've never called it that way.
Like some kind of ninjutsu, and he's like, no, it's not like that. And then Otacon comes in. So Otacon claims that it is psychological, that it's not what do you call it, supernatural. He claims that it must be the way the light is reflecting off his knife that's making you believe that you can't move. And Ocelot also tells you, or Ocelot or Snake in that conversation tells you to shoot the lights as well.
When you say Ocelot, do you mean Otacon?
God damn it, yes, Otacon.
I was gonna say, why is Ocelot giving you advice?
Because he put on a gloves knock on the other hand and some glasses.
I am Otacon now.
Another stick. God damn it. Oh,
I always
man.
say that for some reason. Yes, Otacon says that. Yeah, it's just funny because I don't remember that call. I must have done it. You know, my first
Yeah, I've never
playthrough
done
ever.
anything.
But yeah, he's like, you mean like some kind of ninjutsu? He's like, no, it's different. But that's what we're talking about. Noise. While you're looking that up, I will say
I don't
I
see
like this
any
fight.
orbs in this fight, bro.
Okay,
I
Keep
will
looking.
I will clip it from my stream.
Oh,
and,
do that. Do
show
that.
you.
Do that. So I like this fight. Though.
Oh yeah, what am I doing? Let me just look up. Let me just look up his stream.
Yeah, because it'll be in the beginning part of the last stream I did.
Okay.
It took me all of 10 minutes to beat him.
Yeah, I saw your message on that. So anyway, I rather enjoy this fight. Oh, I think it's pretty fun. I actually did not shoot out the lights this time because every playthrough I've done post, my first or second one, I've shot the lights out. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to play this game again like it's my first time. I'm going to pretend I don't know this and get caught by it, So yeah, he blinded me once or twice. And then I found out there is actual dark areas in there. So as long as you don't hit the light, he'll never do that attack on you. You can also do a lot the strategy that I do with Ocelot, where you're kind of aiming at him in first person, and as soon as he throws a knife, all you gotta do is just duck, and it'll go right over your fucking head.
Yep.
So I always remember doing that as well.
I think same thing when he stands right next to you. If he does that like swiping attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he just duck, he misses.
Really, I've never done duck.
Yeah, I can't remember if that's the strat I do.
But you know how I dodge that one always, and you can actually go into the hang over the rail, and that whole animation, you're invincible during that entire time you're
Oh, yeah,
jumping
you got
over the
iframes.
rails. Yep, and jumping over. So anytime he was running at me, just jump over the rails. And then, so the way I like to fight him, I've always fought him this way, is when he's in the water, you can shoot your, what is it, the RGB or whatever the fuck that is?
Yeah.
You can shoot it in the water technically, but if you shoot it at any of the pillars that are holding up your catwalk, if you will, just right above the water, it'll blow up, and that explosion causes him to, I guess, I don't know, gag or whatever you want to call it. You know, he loses oxygen.
Yeah, you take out his O2 gauge.
Yeah, so he comes up a lot faster, and then, you know, you're able to just I kill him. I use tranks on him. But I kind of wish I would have fought him differently, because I rather, like I said, this is a fight I like because he's a character that's all about speed, and the fact that he dodges your bullets I always thought was pretty cool. But yeah, as far as this battle's concerned, the fact that he claims that the water that he's standing on is super oxygenated or something like that.
Yeah.
Which he says, like, there's the buoyancy is non-existent in it, and if you do fall into it, you can't get out for sure. It's a game over. So it always made me think, like, how the fuck was he doing it? How
I was wondering the same thing.
How the fuck was he standing on it? Nanomachines, right?
Yeah.
But I still don't know if I know the answers to this question. Maybe if we play more, I'll remember or come up with
Maybe
it.
Otacon's right. It's all in your mind. This whole fight's in your mind.
Do you know what? Maybe he is like a ninja. Because ninjas, it was all about deception. They weren't able to walk on water or run on water. They had little posts in the water that they would run on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit like that. It was all about, you know, making people think you can disappear, making people think you can run on water. So, you know what? I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. But anyways, I had no problems with this fight, obviously. I love this fight. I like this fight a lot. I wonder if there's other things you could do in terms of maybe using flash grenades on him or something like that. But I want to say I've heard that if you hit the bullet hole that's on his head, you do extra damage. But I don't know, and I didn't test it.
Huh.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure headshots don't really do much, but I've heard if you hit the actual bullet hole, like dead center, you'll do extra damage. So I don't know. That's just throwing that out there. Did you see his what he's talking about yet or no?
No.
So I found it.
You found
at
it?
1554. It's not exactly an orb. It's like lights going out in different directions. So I didn't remember it quite right. But it might be the shadow thing. I just didn't realize it at the time. So
1554. Let me see if I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's him getting stuck on the floor. So not purple.
yeah.
It's like it's orange, like the same aura that he's giving off. But yeah, he pinned you to the ground pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, okay. See,
It even zooms in the first time. I forgot about that. It zooms in the first time he pins you.
So Kriss was just smoking weed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not only the world's worst gamer, also the world's worst rememberer. So.
For some reason, I kind of was leading up to this next section. Anything else you want to talk about, Vamp, real quick?
Other than it was kind of anticlimactic for me, and I felt bad about starting a whole stream thinking it was going to take a long time to do that. No.
Now, anticlimactic in the sense that because
he built it up in his mind from the previous stream.
I just thought it was going to be like it's going to take me a long time to beat this guy. It's going to, a lot of strategy or whatever, and then found a way to cheese him, and that was it.
Okay. Now, when he dies, I think it's hella funny. Like he's in the water and he's just like sinking into it, and he's just kind of like always reminds me of like some kind of
I'm melting.
Yeah, he's like
melting.
You know? He's just like growling and shit. I'm like, okay, I always thought that was kind of funny. So then you move on, which, by the way, there's no reason you can't move on to the next section, because it's not like he drops another key card. It's the same key card, level 4.
Yeah, it's just locked. It just doesn't let you through.
It just says beat him first. I mean, I get it. Like, you wouldn't want to go in there and endanger Emma, but there's no reason why you couldn't go forward. But anyways, most boss battles or most things will be like, oh, you can't go through because it's a force field or some bullshit. This one was like, nope, just beat him first.
Yep.
You get to this next section here, and you meet Mrs. Mrs. Emma Emmerich.
Wait. No, this is where he stops.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You said directly. Oh shit. Then okay.
Yes. So yeah,
I went farther than this, but this is where we're talking up to. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we're stopping. Yeah, because the original checkpoint we were gonna do was all the way
a little further
to the snapping part. But since we were supposed to record 2 days ago, and then Kriss decided like, hey, let me just at least beat this boss, and I'm like, yeah, just do that. That'll be fine. Because there's so much happens after this that I kind of forgot all the way up to the sniper part that we were originally aiming for. Yeah, it's way too much stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was pretty much it. Like the parts that like need further dissecting, which I know we're gonna do once we beat the game, are definitely things surrounding like the Patriots. arsenal gear and all this like it's just an info dump. Like this part of the game is such a huge info dump that you're just like, okay.
It was a pain. It was hard for me. I gotta be honest.
Really?
It was, yeah. Well, I've not hidden the fact that I don't like long cutscenes and stuff like that. And then you move 5 feet and you get another long cutscene and then another codec call. Like I have not made that a hidden fact at all. I don't try to hide that.
Yeah.
And the fact that it keeps happening, and I was told by a few people in chat, like, oh, it doesn't get any better. It's like, great. So
yeah,
I respect that a lot of people love this game and the series and everything. That's great. I enjoy the game mechanics of it, the gameplay. I don't like the cutscenes.
I am on the same boat, Chris. Like we were saying, German saying that he hates this game, and I think I think we all have the same reasons. We want to love the cutscenes. We want to be invested in what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's not delivered in a great way. It's too much. The characters are, to be honest, are not terribly interesting to me. Like,
no,
I don't care about Fortune. I didn't care
especially
about Batman.
Rose.
Who the hell gives a shit about Stillman? By the way, did we see his body already?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
At this point,
well,
okay.
None. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. On the way to Vamp.
Yeah. So he's in the water there, which gives you a little mini cutscene. Yeah, Vamp is like the only interesting one, and like I said, Solidus also to me at this point in the game, I'm like, who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with Solidus for sure.
I'm not impressed by this guy whatsoever. Like if he truly was,
the perfect clone.
The perfect clone, he wouldn't need that fucking suit.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. I like Fortune though. That's the only thing I'll say. Batman is my least favorite of these Dead Cell. Yeah. But I will admit, when I refound him, I was like, I remember being kind of like, yeah, I had fun, but it's definitely, he's my least favorite. I like Fortune. I do. I don't know why. I think she's got a cool aesthetic around her, and I'm surprised that you guys don't like her.
Fatman is just too silly.
So another thing that kind of worries is not quite the right word, concerns, I guess, is I was told with, I think it's Metal Gear Solid 4, has the record for the longest cutscene at like an hour and 5 minutes or something.
You do not want to stream that.
No, I'm definitely not going to.
The total cutscene runtime
is like 8 hours. Yeah.
No, it's over 11 hours.
They're good though.
I will not comment on Metal Gear Solid 4 until we get there.
I enjoy the game. I enjoy the gameplay. I don't like that it's fed to you in these huge chunks, and you have to remember all this. If you miss something, sucks for you.
And technically, you don't really have to. I mean, this is your first time going through this.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't really have. We didn't fucking remember it the first time.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way we remember this the first time.
Well, no, I get that, but like still, like in order to even know what you're supposed to do, you have to pay attention to these cutscenes. And I know, yeah, you can call a lot of times and they'll tell you like you're supposed to do this or whatever, but like why couldn't they just made it from that beginning, like that from the beginning?
No, I get you. Like they'll be like, go rescue the president, and then they'll throw in a bunch of more shit in there.
Yeah. That's not pertinent to rescuing the president.
Yeah.
It's my third niece won an award at graduation last year. Yippee! Who gives a flying?
Use the mic to
Yeah, like why does that matter?
Yeah.
It's just and freaking Rose. I cannot stand Rose, especially after that scene where she was talking about she broke into his room and like I was worried about you, and then your place is a prison. I'm worried about you. Blah blah blah. It's like it's his room, and he explains it like he's like I use it for sleep and that's it. Yeah. No, but you need to be decorated. No, he doesn't. It's his life.
Yeah.
And then later on, she admits she's like, "Oh, I wasn't actually worried about you. I thought you were cheating on me." It's like, what the hell? Then why are you with me if you don't trust me? Why are you with me? It's just like you say, Herman. It is a red flag relationship. Is what it is.
You know what? Even back then, my first time playing this, I didn't really know what the hell a red flag was back then.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl, man? Like, like she's weird. Like
she's simultaneously clingy,
yes,
and distrusting at the same time.
I did not like her. Like I said, I at no point cared about the relationship about them, which is crazy because they're clearly in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? As much as I cared about Snake and Meryl, who were not in a relationship, but I actually felt that because she was in love with Snake only in name, but then met him and was still kind of like, okay, like I could kind of,
I can fix him.
yeah, kind of, maybe, something like that. Snake was kind of like, yeah, you're a girl, you're cute, but I'm an asshole, so I'm gonna ditch you, at least as far as we know, he's ditched her, because he's ditched Holly and all that stuff,
We don't even know if she's alive, yo.
No, we don't. That's straight true. But that said, yeah, I cared more about Snake and Meryl's relationship, which was literally built in that one day on Shadow Moses, than I do about Rose and Jack, who have been dating for, I don't know, 2 fucking years or some shit like that. I really don't know how much time they've been dating.
Well, like, it's one thing, like, and I know Meow was teasing me about this, and she would always tell me, are you going to save? Are you going to save? Save again.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have to talk to Rose, and I knew what she was doing. But, like, it's one thing when you call Rose and she's doing that kind of stuff, but then when you call Colonel and you're talking to him, and she interjects.
Yes.
Jesus. Like, get the hell out of here. And she keeps calling you Jack. Yep. How many times was she told, yes, sir, I won't do it again? And it's like, I feel for the Colonel. He's just like, I'm just not going to say anymore because clearly she's not listening. Like, she doesn't care or whatever. And like all this stuff about April 30th, do you remember what it is? And we'll think about it and let me know tomorrow or let me know later. It's like, he's working on a mission. He should be thinking about the mission.
No shit. I know. We brought that up last time. It's the
Chris has been holding on to this for a minute.
Yeah.
This is
it's a chip on my shoulder for sure.
No. This also, you've mentioned it earlier in this episode here. This is also all the hatred and anger for the handler from Monster Hunter World. So you're just taking it all out on Rose, man.
But like I said, she's worse than the handler. Because at least the handler doesn't get to... Well, I mean, she gets herself into stupid situations. But she's not dragging you through her drama and all that kind of stuff. She's not like, Pard, why aren't you in my room? Pard, I broke into your room and it's not decorated.
I'm going to have to disagree. The entire fucking game is because of the handler's dumbass shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, especially like the Devil Joe fight and everything, yeah.
The Devil Joe fight, the shards, the Legiana bullshit, all that stuff is the handler. The entire purpose of the game is because this dumb bitch keeps fucking, but we gotta go this way. And
it's the new world or some shit like that,
no,
right?
I don't like Rose, but the handler is 100% worse than Rose. Rose is optional. Like I said that I think before we started recording. But Rose is optional. The handler is not.
Yeah, more or less optional because Chris is right. She will barge into conversations with the Colonel. So,
but the worst part is when World teases you and says, "Hey, look, here's the serious handler."
I
and
know.
You're like,
she was so
cool.
Yay!
And then they bring back the handler, and you just want to shoot yourself in the fucking head because it's just like, why?
No,
why did you do this?
I remember that when that happened, and I remember thinking to myself, like, there's got to be some storyline or some story quest that you have to do, and she's gonna come back. I was like, I'm going to avoid those as long as I possibly can.
I held on to the serious handler as long as I could too.
Yeah, and I remember because I was playing with German and Bonnie, and I remember Bonnie was going ahead and she was just doing all the missions, and she's just going through and doing. I'm doing optional missions 2 or 3 times. I don't care. I'll collect random stuff. I'll make new sets. I'll create weapons I'm not even gonna use. I don't care. I want to keep her as long as possible. And sure enough, I remember the moment that Bonnie got her back. And she's like, no! And I was like, I knew it was coming. I was actively avoiding it, and I knew it was coming. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I think I remember she was the first one to tell us, like, you guys, she comes back.
Yep.
So, hey, I want to throw this out there. So, for sure, there's been some changes on this Master Collection and controller-wise. Now, I have another one. I kind of clipped it on my PlayStation, and I want to look into it later. I think there is some new voice dialogue for the Colonel that it's not him. It's not Paul Edding.
Oh, yes. I heard it at the beginning when they're explaining certain buttons.
Yes. Okay. So the beginning to me seemed normal, but I was calling him recently a bunch of times, and I've heard a lot of these dialogue. But there was all of a sudden I clipped it. It didn't. So either
it's like within the same like 2 sentences. You can hear it's like, oh, they're in a clearly different room here, and also that's not Paul Eating. Like, what the fuck?
I think I remember those. Yeah, yep.
So wait, so Chris, you remember him sounding different too? Because you're playing the PlayStation. You said he's playing the HD collection, right?
Collection.
Yeah, so for you it shouldn't be. For you it should be the same.
Maybe not. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless in the HD collection there was something different too, though. But for sure, like, because he's got like a little, like a kind of robotic kind of voice when he speaks.
Yeah.
If you will, like a filter or something like that. But all of a sudden, like, it was gone, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought maybe my I was getting some weird audio glitch on my game or my PlayStation, and I called them right back, and it sounded normal. And I called them a few more times, and then I get another one, and again, it was explaining certain actions, like, oh, use the action button to do this and that. But I couldn't decipher whether it was pertaining to the PlayStation 5 controller, because for sure, whenever he says like select on the text screen, they did change it, and they put in the picture of the pad.
Yeah.
Because there is no select, it's the pad now.
I guess, yeah, that would be the share screen or whatever, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Share, that's what I'm saying. In the location, it's where share is, but it's the pad.
Okay.
And then also when he says like push the start button to bring up your map or whatever, it actually shows the icon of the, is it called start button? Whatever the fuck it's called on PlayStation 5. Options. You're right.
Yeah.
It brings up that little image. So they actually did go in there and clean this shit up. That's why I want to say, did they just get some other person to record some new lines?
I believe they did, because it does not sound like, because I played a little bit on the PC, the Master Collection on PC,
okay.
and they say the back button for the codec, because there's no select on Xbox controllers. So he says the back button. That is, because you can change your controller button layout on the PC version. You could actually make it like Switch controls, PS5 controls,
like
Xbox
default?
One or Xbox 360.
Just by default?
Yeah. So like if you go into the options, like when you're game selecting, you could actually pick like, oh, let me change my button config so that it coincides with whatever controller you have.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And
so yeah. Okay.
It says the back button if you have an Xbox controller, or if you choose that controller config. Like you can on, oh no, wait, you don't know that, German, but Kriss, on Monster Hunter World and Rise, you can change the button layouts so that it could be PC or PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah.
Okay. So cool. That's probably confirmation then that there's some new voice actor, because it's not him.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay. Because I've always I brought this up.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, because when I heard it, I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I've always
the weird thing is, like, I was kind of anticipating it too, because I was like, "Ooh, what are they going to say here?" Because I'm not using a PlayStation controller, so I was like real attentive, waiting to hear what would happen. I thought they would just say whatever, and the voice changed, and obviously the prompt changed on the screen. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, that's hella weird, because they didn't do it for the PC version of Metal Gear Solid 1. They kept the same dialogue, and all they did was they changed the icons on the screen in the codec call.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of expected that same thing to happen on the Master Collection, but then when I heard the new voice, I was like, "Whoa, the fuck is that?"
Okay, it makes sense. Fun fact, the voice actor for Colonel, I've always liked the Colonel. I said it's probably because he reminds me of, obviously, the Colonel from Rambo. I like the voice actor, and it's actually, I forgot his name, but it's Ben 10's uncle. You ever watch Ben 10? Never saw Ben 10?
I don't know what Ben 10 is.
I mean, I've seen a few episodes here and there, but I've never watched it.
Okay. Well, the Ben 10 was a cartoon that came out in the early 2000s, the original version at least. And the uncle was voiced by the same guy, Paul. What is it, Paul Edding?
Eating, something like that. Eiding.
Yeah. So that's the same voice actor. So, anyways, I'm glad I wasn't crazy then. So, new voice actor. Okay. So,
well, I'm glad to hear Chris's brutal honesty. Because because you're not alone, dude. Like I love the gameplay of this specific game. I hate the cutscenes. The story doesn't vibe with me. It did spawn the conspiracy theorist in me. Like, it definitely brought that out of me. Huge influence on me. The story, I do just have to warn you, it does get more convoluted for sure. Like, it's already pretty like, holy, what the hell's going on, and I can't really keep up. So don't feel distressed when it makes even less sense as you keep going.
No, I've noticed that's like a lot of chat and everything has made that clear. Like, this is a meme. Like, if you think it's not going to make sense now, just wait 10 minutes or whatever. And whatever you learn is going to be destroyed. And so
the crazy thing is, I will tell you, by the end of the series, everything makes sense by the will of Kojima, pretty much, because he does understand that there are plot holes. And he fills them in with retcons, whatever he does. And sometimes he just doesn't give a shit, too. He's just like, you know what? It's just going to be this now from now on, which is whatever. It's a fucking video game. I don't hold it precious to my heart. I'm not like it's my favorite video game series, but I'm not like, this shouldn't have been like this, bro. Like,
blasphemy, Han shot first and shit like that.
Like, how do you say blasphemy to the guy who created it? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, he can make it be whatever he wants. Like, one particular thing, though.
Make it a dream. As far as you know, Kriss, it is a dream.
Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah, just wait. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna end up like Lost.
I don't know how Lost ends, but I've heard it's interesting.
It is. It's very fucking interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say this, Chris. Chris, I never thought about it the way you said it, and I actually agree with you. Me personally, I liked the key terms there, past and present still, the long cutscenes. Because again, it was like watching a movie. It's like playing a movie. You play something, then you watch.
And it's kind of what we wanted as Metal Gear fans.
At the
We're
time,
like, I want
sure.
more.
I want more. Trust me, Chris. You're gonna see how it gets. Point being, but when you mentioned about so much being delivered in one giant cutscene or multiple large cutscenes, yeah, if you don't have the time
as an adult,
as an adult, as a kid, man, you did your homework or whatever, and you knew you had the next 3 hours to play. You're solid. You're set. Just play for the next 3 hours.
Solid.
You know, solid. Hey, we haven't made that connection in a while, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, as an adult, you know, like there's times where there's certain new games that I'm like, I want to play this game, but I don't know if I have the fucking time. That's why I mentioned this to Noise before. Like, that's one of the reasons why I've always liked Monster Hunter and Call of Duty, because it's like I can pick it up, play for a fucking hour or two, and then if I got shit to do, I get off. That's it.
Especially the mobile version,
yeah. You know, there's no like, man, I have to sit here. Yeah, you're right. There's sometimes in 3 and 4 and where I'm like, I got shit to do, and this thing is still going on. It's like 1 a.m, and I can't save it. I can't skip it. I can't just get through the session. And I loved it because it was all new, you know. But I will admit, going forward, aside from 3, I played each entry going after 3 least and less and less and less.
Yeah,
maybe because of the length of cutscenes and or information being driven. I'm like, I ain't got that time, you know. Even if you can skip it, I'm just like, I already know what happens. I'm good.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I think we're wrapping this one up. What I guess we always kind of end with the whole. What do you think is gonna happen, Chris? Oh, actually, did I say this already? I think this happens. Hold on. I think this happens right after Vamp. Last thing is, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong. Like right after Vamp fight or during the Vamp fight. I want to say. I think it's during the Vamp fight, like the cutscene. After you talking to him, there's a fucking PA system that says all fucking preparations for Arsenal gear are complete. All Arsenal gear soldiers report to your fucking post or some shit like that. Do you remember that, Chris, or am I making that up?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, the point being that I'm trying to make is we just got done learning how super fucking secret this thing is.
And it's just blasting.
And then, and it's just almost just blasting. Like, everyone report to the super secret hide. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I never understood that. Actually, I don't remember it until right now. I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck are you?
I don't remember that at all either.
Yeah, he says it, but because Vamp says like, oh, it looks like they're preparing and shit like that. And I was like, wait a minute, we just found out about it, and it's supposed to be super secret. Why the fuck would you announce it? Like, who's announcing this shit? You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, Chris, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is in store for us?
So you do know a little because you went a little bit ahead just to appease the stream, but
past that. Well, I know we still have, what's her name? The one boss fight.
Oh, Fortune.
Oh, Fortune.
Fortune, yeah. Or at least I assume we do. It'll be interesting figuring out how we're supposed to fight her. Otherwise, I think it's going to be another situation where Colonel's going to reveal, I've been hiding more information again, because that seems to be what he does in every game. That's his MO. And I think, I kind of think, now that you talked about some of the, we've discussed some of the stuff tonight, I didn't think about it before, but I think that Raiden might be another clone of Big Boss, and that's why he maybe looked familiar to Solidus.
Okay.
So, but that, like I said, that just popped up tonight. That was nothing that I'd gotten from any gameplay.
No, it's good. Okay, interesting. Is this next checkpoint going to be beat the game noise, or
that's what I was just going over in my head.
I think if we need, we can make it beat the game, and if we need to postpone to like Friday, to give Chris enough time.
I think
because there's sections you're flying through, and there's sections that you're getting stuck on, so it's kind of hard to tell.
It's backwards from what it should be, so yeah.
That's what I was alluding to earlier. Was like he was making mincemeat out of bosses, but the regular fucking soldiers, he was having the goddamn hardest time. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, this is a room with 3 soldiers. And, you know, because when he told me, he's like, remember he texted, he's like, I beat Vam in 10 minutes. Should I proceed? I was like, what the fuck? And then same thing with like the Harrier. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, how's he just beating these bosses and fucking struggling with just not getting alerts? Just like,
or just bridges,
Yeah.
bridges by themselves.
So yeah, I think he can make it all the way. Yeah, I think he can beat it.
Okay.
There should be, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember the number of bosses, but I think it coincides with the 2, 2, and 2. So 2 bosses to start, 2 bosses here again, and then yeah, I think there's only 2 more, but quote me on that. But that should be it. Yeah. Then Kriss can put this game down and never look at it again.
Yeah, like I said, there's I think we're good in terms of beating it. So yeah, I kind of wish we would have made it a little further, but it's okay. Like the original checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was almost there
Yeah.
too, but then he stopped and I was like, ooh, we could have, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll work.
Also, I don't even think Kriss will bat an eye at what's going to happen next. I think he's going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Keep going. Which German knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to be like, okay, what's
With
next?
Rose, that's absolutely going to be
He's going to pull right in. What are my orders?
Yep. What am I
Another cutscene.
Oh, man. What was I going to say? So I haven't reached out yet to our potential guest, but I think he's already kind of aware that we might ask him. I think he would be a great guest for after we beat the game so that we can actually discuss what happened
game.
in the game. Because I know, it's perfectly okay and natural for anybody playing this game for the first time to just glaze over and be like, and then, it's just like, I don't give a shit, but in order to proceed with the rest of them, you kind of at least need to know what the hell's going on. The main plot points, the ones that matter. Everything else is whatever, So our next episode will be normal. We just talk to the end. Okay. And then the one after that, that's when we'll have our special guest if he's available. The next step, in 2 episodes, that's when we'll have our guest. So yeah, so either we'll insert a segment with him in it, which I think that might be best, because then for that we can just focus on talking about the story.
Yeah.
And around that we can talk Snake Tales, the skateboarding game, VR missions if we want. I still haven't even gone through all 600 of those. There's 600, Kriss.
Oh my goodness.
You guys do not have to play through all of those.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, there's all that extra stuff that comes along with the substance part of the MGS2 package.
Okay.
But yeah, so 2 more episodes of MGS2 just to give a little bit more love/hate to this game. Because there are lovers of this game, which, like we said, I don't know where Kriss falls at this point, but German and I are definitely kind of like half and half, where we're like, man, I love playing it.
Yeah.
Gotta hate the fluff. Like, there's just a lot of fluff, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it reminds me of when you read those articles online. You're like, I want to know how to do this. And they're like, oh, this is how you do this. And you have to read through 3 paragraphs before they even start talking about the subject.
Yeah.
And all of them end with download Driver Doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
You fuck, you're just an advertisement for this Driver Doctor shit.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
Dude, this video I'm watching, this guy sucks. He's having a hard time with Vamp.
Wow.
I thought you were talking about my gameplay.
No.
Someone worse than Kriss. Holy shit.
Yeah, this guy is sucking, man. Shit. Okay.
Not worse, just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So we have our marching orders. This time we actually recorded it at the same time. I had to actually insert it into the last episode. I was like, shit, guys, we forgot to do it. So stop at whatever point. So now we can beat the game. And look forward to having our guests in the following episode after that. And
you know who you are, guest.
Yeah, you know who you are, guest. Watch it just be somebody's mom.
He gets all ready, preps his computer and his mic.
Yeah.
Waiting for our phone call. Never comes.
Yeah.
Episode gets released and it's freaking, it's one of our moms or some shit.
Oh, man. But yeah, speaking of phone calls, if anyone would like to send us a message, God, why can't I ever have this ready to go? We're
professionals.
I just don't know. Like, this app is dumb. Anyways. So if for some reason you guys didn't get the original voicemail, and if you guys did call or whatever, phone number is 209-791-0995. For sure this time this is not messaging anything to anywhere, so this should just go straight to voicemail or something like that. So and
I don't remember if you had mentioned before, does that work for all of, like, continental North America, or is it just U.S.?
I mean,
it cost extra for people in Canada, is what I'm asking.
I guess it depends on their providers.
Okay.
Right. So what do they say in the commercials? Like whatever certain rates may apply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's a U.S. phone number. So if you've ever called the U.S. and you have long distance charges, it's going to apply the same way.
Okay. Because I think it was Spy who had mentioned that he has on his plan that he can call U.S. numbers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and if you don't want to leave it that way, like if you want to like record a voice memo on your phone and email it, you can also email that to info@pixel-benders.com. I do put it on the intro and outro of each episode. But if you'd like to do that, that's also a possibility instead of doing a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are other ways to get in contact with us and let us know you're out there. The numbers say there's people out there, but
yeah,
I'm starting to doubt it now.
Maybe there's the Patriots, man.
Just a bunch of bots listening to...
Yeah, I was going to say that. Patriot bots.
Patriot bots.
You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them to draw people's attention to this podcast, to divert their attention away from what's really going on out there.
Them and the Bilderberg group.
Yeah, the real good podcast that's telling the truth.
Yeah, we're telling you guys the truth here. Anyways, I might remember something later and put it at the end of the episode, but if I don't, this was Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. Beat the game, guys. Beat it with us. Let us know what you think. Email or phone call or Codec Call message, whatever the hell I call it. I was one of your hosts, Noise, also known as Luis.
Hey guys, I'm Contra, also known as Riser.
I'm Damn It Chris.
God damn it. I feel like Chris just did the same thing that he did last time. Not last time, but...
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else. Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.
Yes, sir. The entire episode is out now. Those 3 are still playing. More content? Yes, sir. Pixel-benders.com is the best place to find it. Yes, you can click the link in the description below. Yes, you can send your questions to info@pixel-benders.com. No, sir. It doesn't cost a thing to give the show a 5-star rating. That's right. Nobody knows you are the one that will keep this podcast alive. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Listener.